The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
03444991000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Katherine Boyle every single weeknight from 10 o'clock. You can give us a call about absolutely anything you want, dear listener. That's what Alan Caddick has done. Let's just dive straight in there. Good evening, Alan.
Hey, Mark.
Evening, Alan.
Oh, what a Thursday.
What a Thursday. Why? What's happened?
No, I went to see my mum today.
Okay, yes.
She's feeling a lot better.
That's great news.
She moved from a private bed on the ward to a bed with some company.
Oh, sorry? A bed with some company? She's got a lover in hospital? Is that what they're prescribing? Meat injections these days?
People in the same area.
In a ward. You mean in a ward? In a ward, like Burt Ward. Yes.
He's better than Chris O'Donnell any day.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't get any of those words, but I got the vibe, and that's quite often is what is so important, isn't it?
I mean, this is a show where anything can happen.
There we go, Alan. Thank you so much indeed. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. So yesterday I was a transphobe, today I'm a racist. Tomorrow I'm going to be a child killer. That's what I'm going to be. It's nuts, isn't it? It's weird. The world's a strange old world at the moment. And, yesterday I was a transphobe and today I'm a racist. It's very weird, strange times that we live in, dear listener. But there you go. I don't really know where to go with the show tonight. I've been saying that a lot recently. But that's kind of where it's at. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take 5 calls straight to air. This is what we're going to do. 5 calls straight to air. Get dialing 0344 499 1000. 5 calls straight to air, and you will stay online as long as you are interesting. The moment my interest wanes... Oh, my bell's gone. That's the end of my bell. You're off. That's what we're going to do. First 5 calls are straight to air. So, 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. 03. People are saying, why was there no song at the start? Because my computer ballsed up. That's why, guys. These things happen. That's why. 03 44 499 1000 is the telephone number. We're going to sit here. Switchboard is empty. Switchboard is empty. Empty. Not a sound. Not a flicker of light on the switchboard. We are going to wait for the calls to come. Look at you peering around the edge. I'm not lying. It's an empty switchy.
Yeah, we're going to wait for the calls to come trickling in.
We're going to wait for them, and then when they come, we're going to pounce on them. The first 5 calls, we're going to just sit with them until they get boring, then they get belled off. That's what's going to happen.
Can I be in charge of the bell?
Do you know what? Yeah. Bell is yours. Give it a little practice tinkle. There we go. 03 44 499 1000 is the telephone number. Here we go.
Will this caller be able to dodge the bell of boredom?
Okay, line 1, you're the first call.
I'll have a set of background papers today delivered to you at the airport. A self-destructive bag. You can study them during the flight. I want to know what's happened to Strangways.
But they hung up. They beat the bell. I guess they beat the bell.
Well, I was trying to make out what it was.
I couldn't make out what it was, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fact that I was unsure what it was. Okay, that was the first one. It's going to be quiet on the phones tonight. You ever get that vibe? Why was it quiet in London tonight as well? Every night this week, it's been quiet. Did you notice that when you drove in?
Yeah.
It's dead.
There's a big warehouse full of parties.
Something's going on. All right, we try line 2. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
All right, everybody, gather around. The candy man is here. Now, what kind of candy you want? Sweet chocolate, chocolate wafer, candy, gumdrop, anything you want. You've come to the right man because I'm the candy man. Who can take the sun?
Okay, there we go. Let's go to line 3. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hi, Ian. I just wanted to tell you a little story what happened to me at the weekend.
Okay, just to let you know, Katherine is got the bell. If she gets bored, The bell don't get rung, and you do get cut off. Please don't take it personally.
Okay. It's just about the kindness of strangers. I crashed my bicycle miles from home on Sunday. It was a complete wreck. People I'd never met before pitched up, took my bike apart, mended the chain for me. I cycled another 12 miles on, couldn't go any further. There was no public transport. Put a shout out on the internet. More people I'd never met rallied round, arranged the car for me, drove me home, and I had to insist they took petrol money. And that just made me think, you know what, there are some really nice people in the world. And I was quite...
There are some lovely people in the world. That's incredible. So how did you get this help? I
was cycling up a hill, my bike. Some other cyclists that were in the distance caught me up.
Yeah.
And they said, well, let's see if we can fix it for you. They produced every tool under the sun from their pockets.
Pockets, was it?
And then proceeded to take my bike apart and turn it into a single speed so I could limp onwards for a few more miles.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Those are incredible scenes.
Yeah. And I just thought, it just cheered me up. I got over the fact I'd ruined my ride quite quickly, just that there's some really nice people in the world, and I just wanted
How can you be bothered to ride? Because listen, I need to lose some weight and I need to get a bit fitter, right?
Yeah.
And cycling seems like an easy one to me to do. And a few months ago I started cycling a bit, but man alive, it's so painful and boring.
Yeah, I think what it is...
And when you go uphill, do you get off and push?
Very rarely. I did over some of the mountain passes in Cumbria.
Gosh, I went a slight incline in the road, and I'm off and pushing it.
I think what it is with me, I'm an addict and an alcoholic. I've been clean and dry for 10 years now.
I'm an addict and an alcoholic. I'm clean.
Yeah. But I think I get addicted to things, so I just get addicted to that buzz, those endorphins that kick in when...
I don't get a buzzer, because I know addicts, like recovering addicts who like, they get into running or go into the gym and stuff. Never worked with me. Never worked. I got no buzz off of doing exercise whatsoever. My buzz has come from video games and I'm going to say it, masturbation. That's it, really.
I'm looking at my tank on fire on Xbox at the moment, so I like playing video games as well.
What you playing?
I'm playing World of Tanks. Later on, I'll probably go back to Skyrim.
Yeah, we go. I tried to connect... Don't hover near the bell now! I tried to connect my Dreamcast so I could connect it online and play multiplayer Dreamcast games today. I'm into my retro at the moment.
Cool, yeah. I used to have a house full of retro stuff. I think I had something stupid like 12,000 video games, but I sold them and bought a motorbike.
I thought you could say you sold them and bought drugs.
No.
I gave mine away. I gave all of mine away.
Oh.
Yeah, I gave it away because we were having a baby and I thought, let's be sensible. Let's change the games room. I had a games room into a nursery and I gave it all away. And now, of course, now I'm divorced, I'm buying it all back. Not to say that I was in any way forced to do it. It was my decision to do it. I don't put that on my ex-wife. But now I'm buying it all back.
And here's the other thing. That baby really enjoys playing games.
The baby loves it. The baby loves it. He wants to have a go on the Dreamcast. I was playing a Spectrum on my PSP just before the show. I mean, that's the kind of world I'm living in.
I had a ZX Spectrum when they first came out, and I was so poor I had to type the games out for a magazine. And then
and typing games on the Spectrum was lousy because the Spectrum, not because of the rubber keys, those I could dig, but the words were on the keys. So you couldn't just type in, you had to press the right combination of buttons to get the words to pop up.
Yep.
Awful machine.
Have you seen the movie The King of Kong?
Of course I've seen the movie The King of Kong. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's your Freddie Starr, dead.
Is it?
Freddie Starr's passed away. Yes. Breaking news. Freddie Starr's passed. I know, mixed, isn't it? Because, of course, funny man. But then sexual stuff that he did in the past that was completely inappropriate. I'm being slightly careful because I don't actually know what it was that he did in the past. I know that he did thoroughly unpleasant and unwanted things in the past, but I can't be any more specific than that because I don't actually know what they were. And not because I'm in any way, I'm not trying to cover up for him or protect him or anything. He's dead. But I don't actually know what they were.
He lost a libel case against a woman who allegedly groped her in Jimmy Savile's dressing room when she was 15.
Okay. Well, then that's horrific and that's horrendous and that is disgusting. And he did. I also think he was, for other reasons as well, a nasty piece of work. There was a great documentary about him. It wasn't Theroux. It wasn't Ronson. It was somebody, and there was one of those bits where there was like secret video of him threatening the producer or something like that. Really interesting documentary. Anyway, it's Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury's died, guys. I don't want to break the news to you, but Freddie Mercury's dead. 0344 499 1000. We're taking calls straight to air for a bit, and if Kath gets bored, Kath bells you off. Good evening, line 4. You're on the wireless.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kath.
Good evening.
How are we?
She's gone straight to the bell, mate. You better pick up the pace a bit.
I will. Ian, I feel sorry for somebody.
Go on.
Danny Baker.
Okay.
Am I meant to feel sorry for him?
You're meant to feel whatever you feel. Whatever you feel is totally inappropriate. I got sucked into it today. I mean, I'm in some of the stories.
I didn't know.
Well, no, only because I tweeted him because he's sort of a mate. I don't know him very well.
Yeah.
But I tweeted him, and then that got quoted in the Mirror online and the Metro and a couple of other things, and I got the most vile abuse from people.
Ridiculous.
I got called a racist C. I should go and perform fellatio on my fat racist friend.
Ridiculous.
Well, you can't.
There's no way. People out there actually think he's deliberately tweeted that with a racist intent.
Here's the thing. Good morning, Britain. Good morning, Britain. Then phoned me up and said, "Do you want to come on and defend the Danny Baker tweet?" I said, "Not a chance, buddy." Here's the thing, Simon. Right? Let me get this out there. That tweet is racist, right? The tweet, and hear me out. The tweet he did is racist. It's abhorrent. It's thoroughly upsetting, right? Do I think he did it deliberately? No. I think it was crass. I think it was stupid. I think it was dumb. But I don't think he did it with racist intent. However, the image was racist, and it was upsetting to a lot of people, many, many people. And I don't buy into this, people being offended for the sake of being offended. Maybe there's a few. There's probably a few. People love a Twitter pylon. But I do think a significant number of people were genuinely upset, offended, disappointed, nauseated by that image. And I get that, because I would never, Simon, as a white, middle-aged guy, I would never tell a person of colour how they should feel about anything to do with race, because I've had 45 years of not being called a monkey because of my colour, where there are people of my age, black people of my age, who have had 45 years of being called a monkey because they're of colour. So listen, that image means something completely different to them than it does to me. I would never tell them how to feel. The image is that the tweet was racist. The tweet was abhorrent. Do I think he did it deliberately? No, I don't. He's a bright bloke. He should have made the connection, and he didn't. Was the BBC right to sack him? I switched between thinking they were right to thinking maybe there was another way of handling it. Two people I respect, James O'Brien thinks they were right. John Ronson thinks they were wrong. I don't know about that. But
he's come out and apologised, hasn't he? When he realised the implications of it, he's come out and apologised.
I do feel sorry for him. I do feel sorry for him, and he's a nice guy. But I'm slightly hesitant to say that because I got called a racist C today, transphobe yesterday, racist today. Not
ridiculous.
Racist.
All you're doing is supporting a friend.
Yeah, and I'm supporting a friend.
We're in a non-forgiving society now. Is that
very much so? I'm supporting a friend. I'm not supporting what a friend did, and you are able to do that.
Yeah,
but in the confines of Twitter, you are not permitted to do that. You're not permitted to do that. And here's the thing: some of this, what we're saying now, could quite possibly end up in the Mirror online tomorrow, because former celeb. The story was I'm a celebrity contestant defends racist tweet. I didn't. I sent my support to a mate. But if I was in a room with him, I'd say, Dan, come on, man. What was going on? Yeah. Why didn't you think about it? Why didn't you make the connection?
I just hope he doesn't affect his career. I know, obviously, he's probably coming towards the end of his career anyway.
Well,
but
he's been booted off 5 Live. I suspect he'll be all right. I suspect he'll be all right, and I hope people I hope the
His
upset...
old-style radio show that he was famous for originally, we used to have all the different phone-ins, as you know, when he originally started on, going back with Radio 5 first time around, it was a great radio.
Yeah, it was one of the greatest. He's one of the... And again, I'll get picked up for this, but I don't mind. He is one of the greatest radio broadcasters this country has ever had, without a shadow of a doubt, and it's a real shame that something stupid that he did, again, I don't think he did it with intent, but was upsetting to a significant number of people, and you have to acknowledge that and accept that. There we go. I'm afraid we're moving on. Let's go to line 6. 6, you're on the wireless.
Yes, good evening.
Wait, I've just got to say, caller, if Katherine gets bored, she's going to ring the bell and you will be cut off immediately, and her hand is already hovering over that bell end.
Oh, charming. Right.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Let's go to line 7. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Hiya, it's me.
There we go. That's the end of that for the moment. We'll do that for a bit longer. Relax, Amy. I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying that.
Can I keep this bell forever?
Yes, you guys do one more. Hello, line 8. You're on the wireless.
Hello. When is it your turn to get the sack? Like the bloke from Channel or Radio 5? Because you're used to it, aren't you? You've been sacked from the BBC.
Okay. Yes. Carry on.
No need to carry on.
See, sometimes you're funny and sometimes you're not. Remember we discussed this on Twitch? Put the phone down. So one more. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
I was in the town centre with my girlfriend Angela and Connie Huck, and then because I've got...
Okay, we'll do some more in a bit.
I've heard that one before.
This
God.
is Talk Radio.
Kick off your slippers. Don't go to bed. The party is just starting. You can sleep when you're dead. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We'll do this for a bit more. I'm enjoying this. I like it when we come in with no ideas and no phone calls, and then you guys do all the work for us. We'll take calls straight to air for a little bit longer. Phone in about anything you want. Don't swear. Don't be libelous. Those are the only 2 rules. But as you've heard, we'll talk about anything. Catherine's got a bell. Let's ding it. You get boring, she's going to ding the bell, and I will cut you off. It's as simple as that. 0344 499 1000. The phone call will be free for a lot of you. Pennies at most. Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello there.
Hello, line 1.
Hi, Ian.
Okay. I've got to follow the rules. I don't make the rules.
That's 2 calls, no arguments.
Let's go to line 2. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
That call just Ian wasn't me. I just want you to know.
Oh, was that not you?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate.
No, so you can just log me as without caller guy if you want now. And then
here's the thing. I'm sorry, man. This is the thing. This is so confusing. This is the real withheld caller guy, and I'm not going to say it. I know the guy's name. I'm not going to say it. He's joined us on Twitch. He has an actual membership card. Yep. So that means there are 2 withheld caller guys, and I do think the other withheld caller guy is the guy that I thought you were.
And maybe he's the not funny one.
Yeah,
I won't call in from a withheld number now, and you've got my number now. That's why I've just left it.
Amy, can you change the name on this screen to the withheld caller guy, please? Thank you. Which kind of defeats hello, which kind of defeats the object ever so slightly. Oh, please, just stop. Stop contacting me. Okay.
People ruin it, don't they? So
for real weirdos like you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sorry for thinking that was you, and I'm guessing in that case that all of your calls have been funny, and the unfunny ones have been the other guy.
Yep, and I'll politely say, shove it up your ass.
There we
go. I mean, if you're going to say it politely, you'd put a please on the end.
Oh, wow. Wowzers. Okay. Call straight to air. Don't be boring. You'll get bonged off. Let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless.
Ian, can I have a bit of a row with you?
Well, depends. Depends.
I have a bit of a ding-dong with you.
Okay, where you go.
Right, now, the Danny Baker issue, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to have a go at you for being racist. If anything, you're tediously politically correct. But I seem to remember you often chastise other people in the political spectrum as being racist. Your good mate, who I won't name, had Danny Baker on and had a bit of a love-in today, and it's because he's Danny Baker. he's another establishment puppet. And if that...
Well, hang on, let's stop. But first of all, you can name James O'Brien. He's not my good mate. I don't know him very well. I heard the interview. I didn't think it was a love-in. I heard some of the hour that he was doing, and James was obviously very conflicted. James, for example, said that he deserved to get the sack. I'm not quite sure how that could be classed as a love-in.
But can I just be completely brutally honest?
Well, can you focus on that point? You've said that James O'Brien it was a love-in. Well, it wasn't. He said that Baker deserved to get the sack. That doesn't sound like a love-in to me.
I think the first point is that he actually got airtime. Just imagine if it was some other political figures who I won't name because we don't really have.
Well, Danny Baker isn't a political figure. He's a bloke on the radio, and yes, others have. I remember when Ken Livingstone. I don't remember what the comments were, but was first accused of anti-Semitism. He was given airtime on radio stations.
James O'Brien, who I didn't want to name, I was going to call him James Redactor for the purposes of this call. He would have jumped on it had certain other people, like Uncle Nigel, made that tweet.
Well, okay, thank you very much indeed. Okay. But you're comparing Danny Baker to political figures. And also, you're comparing, and forget the guy you just mentioned, the example that O'Brien gave was someone tweeted him saying, you wouldn't be like this if Donald Trump had tweeted the picture. And he said, no, of course not, because Donald Trump has a history of being racist. So there is a difference. Had Baker had a history of being racist, casually or excessively, it's a different story. This is the one incident that we know of so far, the one incident in 40 years of broadcasting. So there is a real big difference when it's someone who has a history. The two big differences, actually. Someone who has a history of making racist comments, it's different, and a political figure, it's different. So, no, your story doesn't stack up, but thank you very much for the call. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
You know you have food banks and blood banks.
OK, 0344.
I know exactly where that was going. We don't need to hear it again. That would be the third night running.
Clothes banks, I'm guessing. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We're taking calls straight to air. We are taking calls straight to air. If you are boring, you will get belled off. Let's see who's on line 4. Good evening, line 4.
Yes, good evening.
You're live on Talk Radio. Don't be boring, otherwise you'll get belled off.
OK, then.
OK. It was quite boring. It's quite boring. Should we do this for the whole hour?
Yeah.
Let's do this for the first hour, because this is actually... This is a format we've stumbled on. What we need... Oh.
What?
Oh, I've just had such a powerful thought. We need... You know, it needs to be in control of the bell. Either one of our kids or one of our parents. That's what you need.
Oh, God.
You need a mum or a dad or a grandparent or a kid with the bell. As soon as they... Because then there's no... It's pure. It's completely pure then. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that specifically, but that's what we need. We need someone like that.
You met my dad?
I'd like to. Get him in. Get your dad in.
My God.
Get your dad in. What's his name?
Pete,
you're welcome to come in. I want you to come in and ring the bell.
I'll have a word with him.
Get Pete in. And if Pete gets bored, boom.
He's a very intolerant man.
Hello, line 5. You're on the wireless. Don't be boring.
Hi there, I'm not going to be boring. I'm number 31 and 399.
Oh!
And I've just yes, I can have double bragging rights now.
We got a message from Scott today, who does all the T-shirts and stuff, saying, where are the rest of the cards? And I said, what are you talking about? I've done all the cards. Done them. He said, no, you've missed off about 50 cards. And we hadn't scrolled down properly in the email with all the names. So me and Kath had to do another 50 names today. And after this, I've got to drive to Uxbridge at 2 o'clock in the morning and post them through the letterbox. Outrageous scenes.
Oh, no, that's terrible, but I got my mug.
Well, everybody is happy with that. I'm glad...
Yeah.
I'm glad that you can drink.
I've also got 2 tickets for Manchester on Sunday.
Yay! Yes.
So, can I have double bragging rights when I get there?
What does that entail?
I don't know exactly what you mean.
Well, I don't know. Can I just wave my 2 cards around?
Oh, God, everybody who's coming to our shows, wave your cards in the air like you just don't care. We will be bringing the laminator with us to Manchester, so we may be doing some live lamination on one of those shows.
Oh, wow.
Bring documents, bring things. We will laminate for cash.
Oh, wonderful.
There you go.
Really looking forward to it now.
That sounded sarcastic. Didn't it?
No, of course I'm not. I'm bound to have a document I need laminating.
Of course you are.
Maybe my blue badge papers.
Oh, yes. I've got a couple of letters my boys wrote me that I want to laminate. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to laminate them. They will last forever.
Yeah, there's an idea. Maybe my grandchildren might have something for me to laminate.
There you go, you see. You're not bored by this, Catherine. You're enjoying every second of this phone call, are you? Because I'll be honest, my brain is switched off. You're enjoying it.
You're not in charge of the. You're not in charge of the bell.
Catherine, you get involved then.
No.
Sorry? What do you mean no?
Okay, well, I'll
Speak to June. Speak to June.
Tell you what, I'm going to cut you off.
What? No. Yeah, man, that sucked. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Oh, as easy as that. I wasn't expecting it to go straight on. I had to call Stuart because me and my friend that I work with were on my work break tonight in Dundee, and we stumbled upon your show by accident a couple of weeks ago, and we can't stop listening to it because it's hilarious. It's one of the funniest things we've ever came across in my lives.
Well, in their lives, thank you. All right, well, I've just got to warn you, I don't know if you're listening.
Maybe that's a bit an over-exaggeration, to be honest.
No, I like it. Stick with that. Don't be boring, otherwise Catherine's going to bell you off tonight.
No, I'm not going to be boring. The reason I'm calling...
She hates Scottish people as well.
Part of the show, because you were talking about the bell, and I think you should take it a step further, and you should have a caller in charge of the bell. If you can have 2 people on the line at one time, I'm sure you can. No?
God, have you heard the callers? I know you only joined us last night.
I'm probably joining the troop of maniacs that usually call your show as I speak, but yeah, I've heard the callers. That's the only reason. Or other than your great chat, but the callers that call our show are a league of their own. They're hilarious. So that's why I want to be in charge of them.
All right. Well, I don't know who we would entrust with the power of the bell. That's the problem, you see.
Well, it was my idea, so it's an easy answer.
All right.
I'm sitting here with my pal Craig and my sound engineers, and we get an hour's break every night.
All right. Well, then calm down.
What have you got there that you could ding?
Oh, that's a can of Iron Brew.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Well, stay there. All right, then stay there. I'm going to put some calls through then. Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're through to Dundee.
Hello, Ian. Can you transfer me to Ian in 2033, please?
You're not meant to bell. He's meant to bell.
I thought we were double belling.
No, he's belling. You're not belling.
Oh, God.
He's belling. We don't know your name, caller.
Something completely different altogether.
What's your name, caller?
Nothing.
Sorry? I don't know what your name is, mate.
Me?
Yes.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
My name's Jeff. Jeff, sorry, I thought you were talking to the other one.
I'm talking to you, Jeff. All right, Jeff, we've got another caller.
Dundee Jeff.
Line 3, you're through to Dundee Jeff.
Hello, Dundee Jeff. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, excuse me, I've been contacted by a couple of lady friends, yeah? Yeah?
Yep.
And they're trying to get hold of Andre's phone number because they think he's got a sperm bank. The lady friends are asking for his phone number. I wonder if you can put that on here and see what they have to say about that.
You just have. Continue. I'm not ringing the bell for you under any circumstances.
Oh, for God's sake, ring it, Jeff.
Why not? Right. All the girls know. They all want to know Andre's number.
Hey, ding dong, ding dong.
There we go.
Is that it? Right, he's done. Flipping.
Dundee Jeff, that is the third night he's done that quote-unquote joke.
Oh, sorry, I never heard. I wasn't working the last 2 nights, sorry.
You got to get used to these voices.
Do you know what, guys?
Yes.
I'll let you go on with it, okay? But I thought I'd give give you the idea of maybe letting a caller take charge.
There we go. You see, he was repeating
This is
himself.
it. Fair weather friends.
Let's play. We haven't done the trail, have we? Let's do it.
Set free your mind. Let your fancy take flight. Conversation gets curiouser by the glow of moonlight. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Okay, we're going to do this until the end of time. No, we're going to do this until 11 o'clock. Call straight to air. Don't be boring, otherwise you will get belled off.
Like this.
There we go, you see. 0344 499 1000. You can talk about anything you want. Don't swear. Don't be libelous. Simple as that. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
I'm doing my bell, watching Disney films. Oh, I'm still on. Okay. Lindsay Lohan.
Fancy choosing that part of the song. What a weirdo.
I like it when they stay on longer than they think.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm still on. Lindsay Lohan. We're doing live shows. Someone mentioned, June mentioned Manchester shows. There's a few tickets left for the Saturday. I think there's only a couple left for Saturday now. There's 2 left for Saturday. There's about 10 left for Sunday, the 18th and 19th of May. Glasgow sold out. It's going to cost us money. London, we've got 20 tickets left for the 23rd of June. Belfast, I've got no idea how Belfast is selling. I've asked them. They haven't told me. I suspect it ain't going to be going too great. IainLee.com/event. IainLee.com/event. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
I'll be a bum.
Now, in the old days, I would phone you back, but I'm not allowed to do that anymore. So I would phone you back and I would shove it up your bum.
You'd say up your bum.
Up your bum is what I would say. I think we're getting some solid as my rock.
Oh, dear.
Then times have changed it, and still it's getting hot.
There's one for yesterday.
You know, every song I made up, every song I told you was made up.
Yeah.
You don't know that until now.
Well, I did
You
know
didn't.
some. I did know somewhere.
You didn't.
I did know
You
somewhere.
didn't.
I did know
You
somewhere.
didn't.
I did know
You
somewhere.
didn't.
I did, because at one point I went, shall I Google that? And you went, no, don't.
Well, no, because that would have been rude.
And also you kept muttering, I made that up, under your... And it kept seeping out. I don't know whether you know, but your inner monologue is quite loud.
That's such a dick. Oh...
That reminds me, I've been watching Fleabag. She does a lot of that.
I've not seen Fleabag. Is it funny?
It's all right, yeah.
I just don't like things.
Yeah.
I don't like things. Would I like it? Probably not. It's a thing.
No, I don't think you'd like it.
I like the sketch show on Netflix. Maybe you should leave. I think you should leave now. I think that's funny. But I think it's funny because it's not funny. It's not
stupid.
It's stupid and weird. Mm-hmm. It's not funny, and I'm enjoying it.
It's quite Heidegger-esque.
Oh, I see what you've done there. But I don't really like things. I don't like things. I like making things. I don't like watching things.
No, Fleabag's good. She's good. Olivia Colman's in it.
Oh, I like Olivia Colman. You know, I've worked with her. Mm-hmm. I've worked with Olivia Colman. Do you know that?
Always going on about it.
What? No.
Yeah, you've mentioned it.
Okay, well, let me
mention it every time I mention Olivia Colman.
I've worked with Olivia Colman,
Watch
Oscar
this,
winner.
Angelina Jolie.
She kissed me and told me that she thought I was funny when we started in a movie together.
That's
actually a true story.
There's that story. Minnie Driver.
Well, she asked me out on a date.
I mean,
she did, as did Lauren Laverne. Now, here's...
Was it Lauren Laverne? I thought it was Joe Guest.
Oh, no, Joe Guest asked me, invited me back to her place.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Joe Guest invited me back to her place. This was when I was still on it, if you know what I mean. And I went, nah, I should probably go. So you're lucky to be in a room with me.
Well, turns out.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, it's like name drop. Snap. Every time I say a name, I get the same story.
Well, it's not actually name drop snap because you've got nothing to match at all.
No, but same story is what I'm saying.
No.
Every time you can't resist telling the story.
Every time they
you can't just go.
Every time they get
they seem nice.
Every time the story, I remember a little bit more of the story, shall we say? And they get a little bit bigger. Some may call them embellishments.
Right.
I just call them memoryments. Memory mementos. Memorand. Oh, that's where the word memory. That's I'm doing a pun on a word that doesn't need to be punned. Okay, we're having fun. Fun with words. Oh.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
I've got very spotty back, but I can't reach. 0344 499 1000. Call straight to air until 11 o'clock. If you get boring, Kathy's going to bell you off. Let's go to... Oh, hang on. Was that
like that demonstration?
That wasn't for that caller I've just put through, was it?
Let's see.
Let's see. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Is that me?
You just snuck in under the wireless.
Okay. Have you managed to roll up your jigsaw puzzle, Matt?
Oh, no. Do you know I haven't yet? I need, because I still haven't done the outside of the jigsaw. I think I need to get a bit more structure. I've got a 1,000-piece jigsaw. Thank you, Katherine. I've got a jigsaw puzzle mat. Thank you, Katherine. And I just need to get a bit more structure, and then I'm going to try and roll it up this weekend. Are you a fan of jigsaws, Line 1?
Yes. Yes, I love them.
I haven't done a jigsaw apart from with my kids. I haven't done a jigsaw on my own for about 32, 33 years. I'm loving it.
I know, it's so good. It makes you forget everything.
Yeah, it does. It's like a Zet moment, isn't it? Cup of coffee, candle going, doing a jigsaw. Go on, what were you going to say? You were going to say something, sorry.
Yeah, I think I've got a bit of a tip.
Yeah.
So, you'll have to get those outsides on the mat itself, obviously.
Yeah.
And, you know the kitchen roll, the insides of them?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, get about 3 or 4 of them together.
Oh.
And then sellotape them so they're big one, lot, end to end, one big long...
Like a big rolling pin?
Yeah, exactly. Oh. And that, obviously get right to the end, and that will make it better and easier for rolling.
Well, hang on.
That's kind of what you've got, isn't it?
Well, Katherine has bought me and I don't know how this works, right? And it came fancy. I had to iron it, and it came with a note saying this has been hand packaged for you by Emma.
Oh.
And I've got a professional handmade jigsaw rolling. I mean, it just looks like a cardboard tube to me. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if you spent a lot of money on it.
No, but they're like 3 sort of stubby tubes, aren't they?
Tight. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Aren't they 3 stubby? Tubes?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite thick, and they're about the width of the top of a coffee mug.
But I don't understand, and it's a big green baize mat, right? And it's got the size. So it's got an outline of what a 500-piece puzzle would be. It's got an outline of a 1,000-piece and an outline of what a 5,000-piece. I guess I don't flipping know. But I don't understand how you can roll it up and the pieces don't pop out.
Yeah, they don't.
How?
Because
that can't be possible.
Well, you'll find out, but it doesn't.
It does. It sounds like witchcraft to me, because it's all connected and it's flat and it's made of wood or cardboard, whatever it is that the jigsaws are made of these days. And you're telling me that you roll it up and then you can unroll it again? This is insania.
Yeah, I know. It's magic.
What are you working on at the moment?
Oh, have you heard of the, you might want to go on to these after you've done your Beatles one.
Yeah, 1,000 pieces, yes.
And you follow, because you have to look at the picture and look where the bit goes.
Looking at the picture, that isn't cheating, is it?
No.
I can't remember the rules of jigsaws. I honestly couldn't remember. I set it up and I had the box next to me, and I thought, I couldn't remember if I was allowed to look at it or not. They don't put the instructions on the box.
No, you can look at it.
Okay.
I haven't done them for a while. It is allowed. But when you get bored with looking at a picture, you may want to progress to what's called... Now, I'm the lady that doesn't wear teeth at this time of night, so I try and say... I know.
Here we go.
It's a long story.
Something for the dads.
Sorry.
That's okay.
There's puzzles that are called Rozjig. Cass might know them.
Rozjig. What are they? They're not like those 3D ones that you build upwards, are they?
No, these are ones. WAZ was JID.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And
Yeah.
But what are they? They're not like that where it's like blank. What is it?
No.
You have to jig around them. Just do jig.
Jig. Hang on a minute.
What they are, it's WAS.
I'm looking at it.
GIJ. And
But what is it? I'm looking at it and I can't see what's so...
yeah, what it is, they give you a picture, but it's not the puzzle in the box.
Oh.
That's just a clue. So you're doing it blind.
You're joking.
Yeah, so it's all a big surprise.
That's why it says on the box. Right, okay, so it's got a picture of like a wedding party, and then underneath it says, use your imagination.
Yeah.
Man alive.
Don't puzzle what you see.
Yeah.
Oh, it says, don't puzzle what you see, puzzle what the groom sees.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Okay. That is...
Yeah.
I've got to build up to that. I've got to build up to that. That sounds a little bit beyond me at the moment. But let's say, I wonder, there's got to be somewhere in the world a jigsaw competition where you get 20 people all doing the same jigsaw, ready, steady, go, boom. There's got to be, hasn't there? And if there is, I'm going to the next tournament and I'm going to interview the buggers.
There is 7th annual jigsaw competition championship 2019.
Where and when?
Let's see. Hang on. It says...
what part of Britain? I'm going.
St Mary's Church, £10, June 23rd.
Oh, okay. Because I wondered that if they did one and it was whoever could do it the quickest got the prize.
What time does it start?
It starts it's 10 till 4.
Right, because we're doing a rabbit hole that night. I'm going to that jigsaw competition. What's it called?
It's in Newmarket.
Where's that?
Suffolk. Newmarket is... Am I... I don't know.
Flipping it, Catherine, come on.
I want to say Suffolk, but I'm not sure enough.
We're on the air. Let's do this.
Yes, Suffolk, I was right.
Where is Suffolk? I don't know where Suffolk is.
It's...
How far away is it from my house?
Ages away, I think. Hang on, let me see.
Ages away.
Yeah.
What is that? What even is it?
It's near Bury St... All right, it's just past Cambridge.
Stop saying places. I don't know where they are.
It's there.
Cambridge isn't that far away.
It's there.
Cambridge isn't that far away. Right, I'm going. What's the name of it? Please be quiet, caller. Please be quiet. What's it called?
It's called the 7th Annual British Jigsaw Championship 2019.
Yeah. All right. Don't tell me anymore.
St Mary's Church.
Don't tell me anymore. Okay, right, I'm going. See if there's one in London.
This is the British Championship.
All right, but anyone could... All right, well, this radio show is the British Championship radio show. It doesn't mean anything. You just say it. Maybe I'll see you there, Mandy.
Well, it's a bit far for me, Ian.
Bit far from me, apparently, but I'm still going to have a go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, good luck there. I'll enjoy listening to you talk about it.
All right, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. There we go. That was a caller. I'm going to a jigsaw championship. This is what it's all about. Oh, by the way, next week, Tony Slattery's on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Going to go and meet him on Wednesday for a coffee. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Ian, it's Nelly. How you doing?
Tony Slattery's on the show next week, Nelly. I'm meeting him on Wednesday for a coffee.
Yes, mate.
There we go.
Whose Line's Anywhere? I remember watching that when I was about 10 or 11. I was really young.
Yeah.
And Slattery, Josie Lawrence, Greg Proops. Oh, it's such a great show.
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting to hear from him.
I'd forgotten, actually, that Tony Slattery was a real inspiration to me when I was like 13, 14, 15. I looked up to him. Good-looking guy that could just think like that and like a machine gun, fire out gags and scenarios. Wow! And meeting him next Wednesday, and we'll have him on the show maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday or Friday next week. It's happening. It's going to happen, and I'm beyond thrilled. I can't wait. What a star! What a star!
Great stuff.
All right.
I've not lost any weight this week. Well, I've lost 200 grams, which is really nothing.
No.
So
but it's going in. No. But let's go. Right, right. You've not put any on.
No.
There you go. Well, you've not put any on. There you go. You got to look at that as a positive. That's a huge positive.
Yeah, I've stepped up, you know. I've done more exercise this week, less snacking. I was hoping for a bigger result. It's just a bit,
I know what you mean. I get that. I get that. Can I ask, do you weigh yourself after you've had a dump? And that is actually a genuine question, because I did that for a while, and I would be 3 or 4 pounds lighter.
Well, I weigh myself at the same time every week. So Thursday night every week.
Yeah.
It is usually not immediately after.
Yeah.
But I'm usually empty. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, good. Because it does make a difference. It's strangely enough.
It does, yeah.
It's not gone up. It's not gone up. And the body is a strange thing. This is what I keep looking down and thinking, oh, man, come on. And then on the way in, we drove past a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I went, I've got to have a zinger. I've got to go and do it, you know. And then they didn't give me my chicken popcorn, but they gave me 2 chips. And then I went and got... Anyway. Nelly is tough, man, and it's horrendous, and it's miserable, and it didn't go up. That's all I can say. That's good. That's good, but I get why you're gutted.
Well, I've just had a nice big chunk of Easter eggs, so, you know.
There you go, man.
Hopefully that won't make me suffer too much. Anyway,
yes.
I've got 10 things written down, and the title is Brushes. Go.
Sorry?
Quiz. I've got 10 things written down.
Brushes. Tooth.
Hair.
Yes. Go.
Hair.
Yes.
Paint.
Yes, 2.
Hang on. Right, hang on. Right. Well, I don't know how long there is.
So far.
Okay. Chimney.
Scrubbing.
No.
Let him answer whether it's a thing or not.
He said no.
No, he said no as you were saying yours.
Don't get narky.
I'm getting narky because...
30 seconds.
No.
Tooth, hair and paint.
Who were you dinging?
Both of you.
Right. Okay, fine.
Hello?
We've been dinged. I'm sorry, Nelly. We've been dinged.
And that was your fault. Apparently, because they use the same cutting pattern for jigsaws, you can mix and match. So there's something for you to think about, everyone. Thanks, Rebecca, for that top tip. I don't have time for jigsaw puzzles, me.
All manners. You can't bell me off and then not fill in the silence.
Can.
Then you've got
Do I want?
Well, you can, but...
So did you get your popcorn chicken in the end?
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
I'll bring the chips and the dips and root beer, even though dark purple rain clouds are near. When you come around, you bring the summer. I'll lay the basket and blanket out deep, even though weathermen say there'll be sleep. When
news, some good news. Literally in the last hour, I was sent the formatted transcript book. We're looking at around 200 pages of pure late-night alternative transcripts as sent in by you, as formatted by a young lad in Pakistan on the website Fiverr. What we need now, Katherine is going to spell check it.
Yep.
Because these listeners can't spell. We're both going to write introductions. Dredge has written an introduction as well. I'm going to email a celebrity who's been on this show to ask if they'll write a few words. I must remember to do. Let me put that down. My list has got my diary here. We're going to go to tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, right? Have I got that day right?
All day.
Okay, tomorrow is Friday, the 10th. So to do, email, Big Star, not the band. I should put that actually, just in case. Not the band and Jigsaw thing. And then once Kath's done that, once we've added the introductions, but we're going to do that. We'll have that done by Monday. I have dictated. Then we send it off to Lulu, which is this website that prints it. We're gonna. I would imagine it's almost instantaneous. We'll order two books, one for me, one for you.
Yeah.
We'll look it. We'll check it. Make sure it's all right.
Yeah.
If it looks all right, the link goes live. We sell it. Every penny profit goes to the Samaritans. They cost. I say profit because it won't be every penny you spend. Say the book is a tenner. It won't be 10 quid goes to the Samaritans. The percentage of it is taken by Lulu that makes the thing. And you know what? Part of me's thinking we might have to pay tax on it. I'll pay the tax on it. That's the kind of guy I am. I will, if we do have to pay tax on it, which we probably will, then I will swallow that myself as long as we don't sell too many copies. So sort of buy it, but don't buy too many because I'm paying the tax on it, right. Is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully we'll get a few hundred quid for Samaritans. That'd be all right. And we'll have a laugh. You'll have a nice little souvenir of the show. And it'll be a laugh. Sat there with your man. You're watching Britain's Got Talent. You go, turn this off. Get the kids down. Kids, come on. We're going to do a scene from the Late Night Alternative. And you've got 4 books. You pass it out. Right, you're going to be Kath. You're going to be Ian. You're going to be...
Don't do disabled toilet with
Don't
the kids.
do that. Well, quite a lot of it's rude. And you'll have a read of it, and we'll have a laugh, and it'll bring families together. That's what this is about, really, is bringing families together. 0344 499 1000. No call straight to air now. That is done. That was good. I enjoyed that. Can we get your dad in? What's his name? Davey, did you say? Peter. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, Peter. Pete for short? P? Can I call him P?
No, don't call him P.
I call him P.
No, don't.
PP. I'm going to call him Dad.
No.
Why?
My dad.
Okay. Call him Pops. Now.
Oh, I dare you.
Let's get him in. I want to meet him anyway. I've not met him before.
Yeah, you have.
Where did I meet him? I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
He came in. He came in here, didn't he?
Yes, he
came
did.
in here. That was it. Well, let's get Pops in, and we'll give him the bell, and he can ring the bell. 03.
I don't think I want my dad to know what I do for a living.
Esther McVeigh wants to be Prime Minister. Have you seen that?
Let's not talk about politics.
Well done. She dodged that. You are allowed. Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to, but you are allowed to talk about politics to a certain extent. Look at you.
Still best not, eh?
Look at you.
It's just not worth the hassle.
Look at you. Unbelievable. What a coward. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Let's go. Oh, beautiful. It's Chris. Good evening, Chris. Not heard from you for a while.
Good evening, Ian.
Good evening, Chris. I always feel when you come on the line, just a huge chunk of life force being sucked out of me. Do you know what I mean?
Say again, sorry.
When you come on the air, it feels like I'm being sucked off.
So what do you mean?
The life force, the life energy, the enthusiasm, everything that makes life worth living. The bell doesn't work, Katherine, I'm afraid. Everything that makes life worth living gets absorbed by your misery.
I don't misery guts all the time.
It's great. Don't take offence. It's not an insult. I'm just saying that you stop the show being fun. That's all.
Charming.
That's not an insult. What are you being insulted for?
I just had 3 bells from Katherine then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. That's terrible.
Well, here's why.
Insulted.
Well, you always feel insulted, and that's why I'm ringing the bell. I was trying to revert the insulted feeling.
She can ring your bell. go on, ring your bell. Ding dong, ringing my bell.
I do like to have a laugh. I'm not...
Oh, really? You should bring it to the show one time.
I will one evening.
Okay, you let us know. Give us 6 months' notice.
I don't. I'll pre-warn you.
Please do. Please do.
I'll send you an email and say, right, I'm going to have
quick
a good
shot!
laugh.
Oh, no, the vibe just went out the door just before. Oh, man, we'll never get it back now. Never mind.
Oh. I do apologise for being so down and horrible. And
Apology not accepted. What have you got for us tonight, Christine?
Don't you... Go on, then.
Yeah. What have you got for us tonight, Christine?
Right.
Hello?
I fell over the other day.
Okay.
And I'm
sorry to hear that.
Part of my life, actually.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Oh, I was on these antidepressant tablets the other week.
Yeah.
They went me to go mad. And I threw them in the bin.
Okay. Well, I would suggest you follow your doctor's advice.
No, I follow my own advice.
Okay. Well, that doesn't sound very sensible. Particularly when it comes to drugs, but okay.
Oh, yeah. I don't do drugs. I don't do...
Well, no, you don't. You threw the drugs in the bin.
Of course I did.
You say, of course you did, as though that were a sensible thing to do, which it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What? Anyway, Chris, we're kind of just like going around. You know, I feel like we're sort of the last bit of water that's being swished around your plug hole. What do you want to talk about tonight, Chris? Just to push you on ever so slightly.
I like listening to your show, Ian.
Okay.
I like to listen to you and Catherine. I do.
It's a good show.
I know. Sometimes I do get a bit switched off. And I'm
okay. And what do you want to talk? What do you want to talk about tonight?
Pardon?
What do you want to talk about tonight? Just to nudge you along a little bit.
Go on then.
No, I did.
I don't. I talk about negative things now.
Okay. Well, then don't talk about what you want to talk about. Just say it. Just talk about it. But don't, you know what I mean? Don't talk about it, but just go in there and talk about it.
Oh, stop being so simplistic, please.
Well, I wish you'd. I don't think you actually understand the simplism to which I use.
Yes, I bloody do.
Okay, then what's your language? Then what am I asking you to do?
Tell me, right.
We spent 5 minutes trying to work out what you've called in about, and we haven't got there yet. Instead, you're just being your usual argumentative self. I'm not argumentative. Yes, you are.
Yeah, nah.
You are?
I can be argumentative.
I know you can with every being in your body.
Can you be conversational?
I think so, Catherine.
Go on, then.
Okay, then. Right. Some of the nice records I like to listen to, and I just go off on. Some of the records you listen to, Ian, I tell you what, I haven't got a clue what they are. I haven't.
Yep,
honestly,
it's educational. It's educational. This show.
Pardon?
It's educational.
No, it's not educational. It's just.
Whoa. We're veering into argumentative again. Let's go conversational again. Let's talk about things you like.
I like music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like... I won a music quiz with RNIB for Royal National College for the Blind the other week. Oh, I done them. I did. I came first. I did.
That is good news.
No, it's been really. No, it's taken part in it.
It's not. It's the winning that counts.
You're proud, and that's fine. That's good to be proud.
It was only 8. When I could see a little bit before,
Come on, man. You got this. Come on. Come on. You got this. Come on, Chris.
I listen to your show every evening. I do. I know I piss you off.
You do a little bit, but come on. There's no need to get upset. There's no need to get upset. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. There's no need for the tears, brother. What's happening?
I know it.
Chris, listen, Chris. I think for your own sake, let's call it a night. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Ian.
You got nothing to be sorry for, man. Come on.
I'm sorry, boy.
You got nothing to be sorry for, mate. Come on. I think
I like to listen to your show.
Well, you listen as much as you like, and I'm glad.
It does make me smile.
Well, maybe listening is better than phoning up because we always seem to argue.
Do I ring up and argue with you?
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you do. You do. Come on, you know you do.
Sorry.
Come on.
Do I?
Yes. You're doing it now.
I do apologise.
That's all right. Apologies accepted. Come on, let's shake hands.
Yes.
I'm up for a hug. I'm up for a hug. You hugging? You a hugger?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, well then we'll shake hands and I'll salute you.
I will.
All right.
I'll keep listening to you.
All right.
Thanks, Ian.
All right. Try and hang in there, Chris.
Cheers.
All right, mate. Thank you. You take care.
No,
Bye-bye.
Chris.
People are complicated, aren't they?
Yeah.
People are complicated. Our words have an impact, and I need to bear that in mind a little bit. But I also think that Chris is his own. How can I say this? Chris is his own energy force that does not adhere to the normal rules of physics in this universe.
And I know that in the past we've had quite straight conversations with Chris, and Chris has heard something else. You know, he's
Chris,
taken exception to a tone that wasn't there. But I do worry that it doesn't. He often doesn't leave our conversations happier.
Yeah. 034 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
034 499 1000. Let's go to James. Good evening, James. Good evening, James.
Hello?
Yes?
Hello, stand by.
Standing by.
Stand by.
Standing by, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Waiting for instructions, sir.
Chris. That Chris chap.
Yes?
You're a bit harsh on people, aren't you? I think.
Oh.
How many metres are you away from bullying? Are you at the centre?
Oh, piss off. I don't know if that's a joke or not, but piss off.
Was it stand by while he put a tape in so he could show off?
I don't know. Lavinia!
Oh, hi. Hi, Ian.
Hello, Lavinia.
Hi. Good evening to you both.
Good evening, Lavinia.
Yeah, good evening. Hi. What I'd like to talk about is my Molokkan, a cockatoo.
Oh,
yeah?
yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I remember I told you about the paper bag last time, right? No.
Not really. I don't remember anything that anyone says to me on this show, but yes, go on. I'll pretend I do.
I remember she used to put it on its head.
Oh, yeah.
To shut it up.
Yes.
Yeah, to stop him you're screaming because, I mean, it sounded like actually someone was being, what's the word, actually strangled. So I had to do something. Anyway, cut long story short, right, this time it was another incident I've got to tell you, right?
Okay.
What happened, he was sitting on a big perch, yeah?
Yes.
And so one of my girlfriends come round to have a chat with me, yeah? Yes. And he was in the lounge at the time on a perch with wheels. So I thought to myself, this time I'm going to have to wheel him out the lounge and actually put him in the bathroom, you know, for 2 hours, you know.
Yes.
So anyway, my girlfriend come round and we was having a girly talk for about sort of 2 hours, right? Now listen to this. This is a classic.
Yes.
So afterwards, I saw her to the door, right? Listen to this. And actually, when I went to the bathroom, guess what I found?
You didn't poo in your pants?
No, worse than that.
You did a poo in your mouth?
What?
No, worse than that. He actually chewed all my door to bits.
I would say a poo in the mouth is worse
than a chewed door.
By quite some way.
But you've never experienced both in the same day, have you?
Well, funnily enough, funny you should mention that. Because actually, such a good start to the show. First hour, great. Last 23 minutes, hit and miss. Waiting for
the difference is the bell.
The bell. That was it. Is he coming? Is he caller? James wants to come back on. I'll let James back on, but he's not answering the phone. And it's a strange old world. It's a strange old world, isn't it? What can I do to make things better? What can I do to make it real? What can I say to tell you I love you? Nobody knows which way I feel. When you look into my eyes and you're wondering what's going on, I will hold your hand tonight and I will keep on singing my song. It goes, what can I do to make you better?
You could stop singing.
Oh, that's rude. That is rude. You know that singing is
your medicine.
I've not got long left to live. You know that.
Oh, why?
Well, I say not long. Maybe another.
Because you're 45.
Yeah, maybe another 40 years.
Right.
Singing is my only pleasure. And you want to deny me of my only pleasure?
Well.
Okay, James has called back in to apologise, and I'm a big man. I can allow people to apologise. Away you go, James.
Apologise for what? Are you joking? How many metres are you away from an apology?
I don't know, James. You tell me, you weirdo.
Are you 10 metres from the edge of your apology?
Okay, here's the thing. You know the meters thing. It's not working in this conversation. So put that to one side. That didn't work. What would you like to say, James?
Yards. Would you prefer yards?
I'm waiting for you to realise that the material you're doing isn't working, and to
but your producer said that you asked me to call back.
No, I didn't.
So if it's not working,
No. Here we go. First of all, two things. You didn't speak to my producer, and secondly,
I didn't bully me.
I'm not a bully. You didn't speak to...
I think you were harsh on Chris and on Keith.
James, just listen, but don't hang up. Don't hang up. We'll have a conversation. First of all, you didn't speak to my...
No, you hang up on me. I've never hung up on you.
Okay, well, just calm down and have a conversation. Stop bullying me.
No, I'm very
Stop bullying me. You're not calm at all. You're not calm. You're angry. Calm down.
I'll stand by. I've just got to...
You didn't speak to my producer, and I didn't ask you to call back. You rang. I saw you ring back up, and you didn't speak to my producer. So you're wrong on. Well, no. Too factual.
But you contradict callers all the time.
No, but you're saying things. You're lying. So that's just important to get the facts.
That's very harsh words. That's very harsh words.
Well, no, you're lying.
No.
James, you don't understand the difference between facts.
No.
James, when I'm talking, they can't hear you. When I'm talking, they can't hear you.
I am not lying. I am not a liar.
You're a liar, James.
I might be misspoken, but I'm not a liar.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something.
I will not accept it.
I'll tell you something.
I will not accept being called a liar.
I'll tell you something. You're not. I'll tell you something. You're not. You're not well mannered, and you're not funny.
I'm not trying to be funny. And my manners,
I'll tell you three things. You're not well mannered. You're not funny, and you're not sober.
Two things. I am never rude and offensive to people who make them cry.
You're being rude now.
How? I'm stating facts.
In an aggressive, rude manner. You're not funny, you're not factual, and you're not sober. Those are three things.
I am not trying to be funny.
Okay, well, you're not sober.
Have you met your match, sir? Have you met your match? Just try to be a bit kinder.
James,
it's really good.
James, I'll do my show the way I want to do it.
Oh, stand by. Hang on.
No, I'm not going to hang on for you. I'm not going to hang on for you. James, you're not on the air now. I don't hang on for anybody. It doesn't work like that. You're phoning up my radio show. You play by my rules, buddy. You're not on the air at the moment, but you can come back. You're not funny. You're factually incorrect. You're a rude bellend, and you're drunk. That's, and obnoxious and thoroughly unpleasant. I don't know how much of the show you've heard. I don't know what you've heard about our relationship with Chris. I don't know. You're jumping to a lot of conclusions, James. A lot of conclusions when you possess 0.1% of the facts. So, James, I'm going to let you come back on my match. I'm going to let my match come back on because I've been defeated by James and Hammersmith. And well, let's see what James has to say. Away you go, James. He was talking the whole time and didn't listen. You're not on the air, James. You're not on the air. Right? I will let you back, but you just got to... Can you assure me you listen to what I just said? And please, I'm going to ask you, please, just calm down a little bit. You've been very aggressive. Away you go, James.
No, you need to calm down. I won't be instructed by you.
Okay, so what's your point then, James? Away you go.
I think you were harsh on Chris, and I think you were harsh on Keith.
Harsh on who?
Keith, about Stonehenge. I think that was very harsh.
Okay, well, here's the thing. That's the way I am. Don't listen to the show. Oh, but I like the show, but just not those bits. Do the show the way I like it. That's the show, James. You don't like it? Don't go and listen to LBC, mate. I don't think you're bright enough for this show.
Okay.
You're certainly not sober. Well, you're not. I would be surprised because you sound like an idiot.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm glad you've accepted
I think you're a fine man. I enjoy your show.
I don't want you listening. No, I will be as harsh as I want. I don't want you listening. I ban you. I forbid you from listening to my show ever again, James, because you're not bright enough or sober enough to get it. You're banned. You're banned from listening. You may never listen to this show again because you're too thick to get the nuance. You don't even know what nuance is. You think nuance is a German band from the late 70s. You are forbidden, verboten, from listening to this show again because you're not clever enough for it. You're too thick for it.
I don't mind the nuance. I am clever. I'm just worried about people who are not that clever and you're too harsh.
James, you're patronising. Now you're patronising the other callers, which I think... Yeah, you are, actually. Chris is a very, very sharp cookie.
If I'm instructing you, then you can take it that way.
No, I'm not saying you're instructing me. I'm not really listening. But you're being very patronising to the callers. Chris is a lot brighter than you are, mate. So don't call Chris thick, please.
He was in tears, mate. I haven't spoken to anyone in 20 years who was in tears.
I bet you haven't spoken to anyone in 20 years because no one listens to you.
If you're interested in...
I'm not interested in anything. I'm not interested. Oh, James.
You should not leave your callers in tears.
I didn't leave him in tears. If you were listening, I didn't leave him in tears.
Attack me, mate.
James, I forbid you from listening to my show because you are not bright enough to get it. So go and listen to LBC. Go and listen to BBC London.
So what do you do when you're a postgraduate in science and I'm not bright enough, according to Iain Lee? I mean... I am bright,
James, put your penis away.
I just don't like bullying.
Stop bullying me. Well, stop bullying me then. Put your penis away.
I'm not bullying
We're
you.
not having a dick.
That's nonsense.
We're not having a dick measuring competition here, James.
Calling someone a bully is not bullying them.
When you're doing it in an aggressive, when you're doing it in an aggressive tone. It is.
Oh, an aggressive tone. Your tone is aggressive.
Very, very aggressive tone.
For most of the evening.
Very, very aggressive
Look, you're not going to bully me, mate. You're just not going to do it.
I'm not.
You can ban me if you want.
I won't because I'm not a bully. But you're being very.
On your callers.
No, I won't. You be gentler on the radio hosts you phone up and speak to.
Look, you're a good man. I like you.
I don't like you. I think you're a horrible man. I won't be. I won't be. I will do my show the way I choose to do my show. You don't like it? Go and listen to something else.
Yeah,
if you know how to reach you in your radio,
you mustn't hurt people during our show.
I've never broken an Ofcom rule in 22 years of radio broadcasting.
Yeah. Okay.
So I know what the rules are. So James.
Well, neither have I.
Well, you're not a radio. See, he's not up to this. You're not a radio broadcaster.
How do you know?
What radio station do you work on, James?
I didn't say I worked on a radio station. I just said, how do you know?
Okay, because James, you're not as clever, you're not as funny as you think. James, listen, this is boring radio, mate. It's boring me, it's boring the listeners. Thanks for the call.
Now you're saying I'm not as clever as I thought I was. You were calling me thick earlier.
Yeah, well, you're
not thick.
No, you're not as clever.
You're a very poor judge of intellect.
No, I'm not. You're not as clever.
Like me is
James,
thick.
James, you're not as clever as I thought you were. Which means you're thicker than thick. Imagine. You're not as clever as that. James, listen, mate, you're a nasty piece of work. I don't like you. You're a bully. Thanks for calling. Goodbye. What a place. What an angry man. God, I met my match there with James. Yeah. 03444 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee. On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
Chris, do you feel bullied?
No.
Thanks very much for your call. There you go. There you go. So, James, don't patronise my callers. Don't assume you know my relationship with the callers, but please don't tell me my callers are thick. Some of them are thick. You were thick. Don't patronise the callers. That's beneath you, mate. That's beneath you. You go and do your science and leave the entertainment to the professionals, fella. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go to Cara. Good evening, Cara.
Hello, my darlings. How are you?
Oh, my darlings. Who said that? Hello, my darlings. Who's that?
Hello, my darlings.
Dame Edna.
No, Charlie Drake, wasn't it?
Well, I was doing Dame Edna.
Hello, possums.
Charlie Drake is hello, my darlings.
Hello, my darlings.
But Dame Edna is hello, my darlings. She would say darlings. She would say. I would bet you £1 to a penny. Anyway, Cara, what can we do for you?
Well, it was just in regards to Mental Health Awareness Week, really.
Oh, I was unaware of that.
Well, last time I spoke to you was in 2016.
What a year. What a year.
Yeah. I'd called up a couple of times, and then something quite horrible happened.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I actually got burgled.
Oh, no.
While I was at home, I have fibromyalgia and ME, so I was resting. It was in the afternoon. And he just came in through my back door and started helping himself.
Steady. Catherine's... I'm so sorry, Cara. Catherine, you are better than that. Or maybe you're not.
Not to me. He wasn't.
Catherine's making her own narrative.
I am not.
Yes, you are. So did he come into the room you were in?
He came into the kitchen. I'm in a ground floor flat, so it's all on one level.
Oh, jeez.
So I heard him, and just came out, and me being the little 5-foot little midget that I am, just went running for him. Just literally chased him out, but got quite badly beaten in the process.
Oh, he beat you up?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Cara, I'm sorry.
He went inside. He's done his time and he's out again. But basically, my call was I've had post-traumatic stress disorder.
I bet you have.
And it was last week again. I started listening to the show, and I hadn't really thought about it. And I had a friend round, and she said, "You've got the radio on?" I said, "Oh, yeah, it's just on my phone on the side." And she said, "Well, do you not realise that's quite a big step?"
Oh.
And I hadn't. Because since then, I've not been able to have the TV on, no radio, no noise in the house. I have to be able to hear every sound, like the slightest sound, and I'm up. And I hadn't realised, and I was just sort of singing away, and I thought, you know what, that is a massive step, and I've got you guys to thank for that, because I haven't wanted to listen to anything else.
Wow.
And I hadn't even given it a thought, Ian. It was just like, and it's a major step forward. So I just kind of want to say, you know, crappy things happen, but you can get through it, and you've just got to look for the positives. And sometimes you don't even notice them yourself, and someone else points it out. And I was like, do you know what? I'm actually really proud of myself.
Yeah. Well, you should be proud of yourself, Cara. You really should be proud of yourself. That is a brilliant achievement, and Catherine and I feel proud that that it was us you chose to listen. You chose to listen to.
You make me laugh.
To this rubbish.
Laugh till I've cried, probably for the wrong reasons sometimes as well.
There you go. But
thank you.
How are you feeling now? Do you feel that you're on the upswing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, things have been a bit rubbishy since. Well, we've had ups and downs, because then I was on I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it, TV show.
You can say TV. I think you can say hang on a second. Is she allowed to say TV show?
TV.
Are you allowed to?
I mean, this is radio, so do we mention
exactly?
Well, do you know what? Let's throw the rule book out of the window.
I had a face for TV.
What TV? I had one 20 years ago.
I'm the same age as you.
What TV show were you on?
Long Lost Family.
I don't know what that is.
With Davina McCall and Nikki Campbell.
I don't know who they are. No, of course I don't. Oh, I'm assuming it's like a kind of a surprise thing that people looking for their dads and they find them and stuff.
Finding family. It was actually my aunt was looking for my dad, but my dad passed away 30 years ago. So, so it's quite tragic. But so I've met all the family now, so that's a whole new beginning. So that was lovely. So it's a peak and a trough, and then a peak and then a trough, and then now they've just found out that I've got lesions on my brain, so it could be MS. So that's a little bit of a downer again.
It could be. It might not be. Are you going for what's spinal tap in English? What's it?
Yes.
A lumbar puncture. Are you going for a lumbar puncture?
Yeah, I've got to wait now. They've said it could be September, so I can't afford so private.
Well,
but you know,
don't be in any rush for the lumbar puncture. I mean, I don't want to put you off, but. I had one, and for a couple of days after, I felt rotten. But I had one because I was worried I had MS. I had lesions on the brain.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it turned out mine was probably down to drug abuse years ago. That's because it wasn't MS in the end, you know. But
well, that's good to know. Not that I don't do drugs, but
no, but
the amount of medication I take, wouldn't be surprised.
Do you know what? It possibly. I don't know. You know, I was very open with my neurologist, and I told him everything that I'd done and how much, and he said, I've got loads of lesions on my brain, and we had all the tests and all the stuff, and he went, well, there's nothing else going on, so I suspect that it's probably drug abuse. So lesions on the brain doesn't necessarily mean MS.
MS. Well, that's really good to hear. Not that you've
but don't cancel your tests just on what I've just said.
No.
Go and get the tests done as well.
His medical qualification is flimsy.
It was.
I was surprised that they found the brain. You know, as in all your listeners are a little bit sick.
Well,
you know?
They all of them are. Without that James fella was just phoning in again, but I think we've had enough of his nonsense for tonight.
But it's lovely to talk to you.
You too, Cara, and
wish you all the best.
We're thrilled to play a tiny part in your recovery, and let us know how the how all the tests go.
Thank you.
Nice one,
Look
mate.
Look after yourself.
Thank you very much. You too. There you go. Thank you. Bye-bye. 0344 499 1000. We'll blow James's negativity out of the studio and out of the thing, and we'll carry on. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
James keeps phoning in. Stop now, but he's been phoning in for a while. Strange, isn't it? I just, you know, if I don't like a show, I don't listen to a show. Or unless sometimes I listen to shows I don't like because I like, you know, ironically. But if I don't like a show, I don't listen to a show. Or if there are bits of a show I don't like, I either switch over for a bit or I weigh up. Does the pleasure outweigh the frustration, the disappointment?
I listen to a lot of radio, and some of the characters I hear are not the sort of people I would be friends with. I have never thought for a second that I should ring up and reprimand them.
It's funny old world. Anyway, James, thanks for the call. It's appreciated, mate. Just take it easy. Take it easy. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Catherine Boyle, what do you have for us as we have an empty switchboard for the first time in an hour and 45 minutes?
Gosh.
What a lot of calls we've had tonight. One of my busiest nights.
Europe's most because I know you're planning a summer holiday.
Yeah.
I've still got to sort mine out.
Yeah, I've booked it. I'm ahead of myself. I've got to book a week off. I've booked. I'm going to Italy in August. I've booked flights and I've booked an Airbnb. I'm sorted.
This is a list of things that, you know, let's see what you could have won.
Okay.
Europe's most underrated attractions revealed, and some are downright bizarre, says the Mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. A museum dedicated entirely to David Hasselhoff has been named Europe's most underrated attraction.
Okay.
The quirky property in Berlin, Germany, topped a new list of Europe's top 30 underrated attractions.
Yep.
Research found that 45% of Brits look for an authentic experience while on holiday, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
So this company teamed up with Danny Wallace, the comedian and author, to seek out some quirky alternatives available to visitors.
Danny.
So, the David Hasselhoff Museum The world's only museum devoted to Baywatch star Hasselhoff, complete with memorabilia from the show, including his iconic lifeguard uniform, an action figure, and even a Baywatch-themed board game jigsaw puzzle.
I'd be up for that. I'd go to it. Come on, man. If you're in a town, right? What are we going to do? I haven't had a tablet today. My head's going a bit wobbly. What are we going to do today? Well, I read there was a David Hasselhoff museum. Fine, brilliant. All right, let's grab a coffee. We're off. Let's go.
Listen, you're speaking to the woman who went to a prune museum in the Dordogne.
A what?
Prunes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
All about prunes.
Yeah, I imagine
I
it
know
would
more
be.
than I need to know about prunes.
Yeah, right.
And the gift shop was disappointing, but kept me regular.
Yeah, it would do. It would do.
Second place went to the Floating Cat Sanctuary in Amsterdam, which serves as a temporary home to hundreds of cats from across the city.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Have you?
I think I have, yes. Yeah, I think... It doesn't surprise me. I've been to Amsterdam a few times. It rings a bell.
Like that.
There's a literal illustration of what I was saying.
It was founded in 1966 by Mrs. Wielder, who ran out of home... Wielder, who ran out of home... of room in her home to care for cats, so she took to the water and built this feline-friendly houseboat so visitors can also enjoy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the third spot offers a fun day out with the kids, Mini Europe in Brussels, Belgium. Mini Europe. This pretty park sits just outside the capital, features 350 miniature versions of some of Europe's iconic and important landmarks. Model Village.
Boring model. Well, I like Beaconscott Model Village, but come on, we all know that's the worst part of Legoland that's being described there.
I've never been to Legoland. The kids want to go.
It's good, but it's busy and it's full of horrible people.
Well, you're full of 4 more if we go.
Yeah, it's good. Here's the thing I don't get about theme parks. I'm lucky because my boys' school holidays, for some reason, some fluke, starts a week earlier, or a couple of days earlier, and they live near Legoland, so they get free tickets because they live near Legoland. So I've been when it's almost empty, apart from people bunking off school. And then I've also been in the height of summer holiday, and I just don't. Why would anyone go to a theme park when it's busy? It's horrendous. You get 5 rides throughout the day and spent hours in a queue.
Well, we went to Peppa Pig World when the kids were really little.
We went again when no one was there.
Well, you went when no one was there, and I bet you got on loads of rides. I think we managed about 4 rides in Peppa Pig World, and it was
some rides we were able to just stay on. We said, "Can we go around again?" There's no one here. Yeah,
no
sure.
one on them. Well, we were queuing, and that music really does get to you. It's like torture. So, do you want to hear the rest of the rundown?
Of course I do.
Okay, so number 4, Underground Art Galleries, Stockholm, Sweden. 5. Now this is interesting. I'd like to see this. The Museum of Alchemists and Magicians in Prague, Czech Republic.
Yeah.
I also like to see this. The Nose Academy in Lund, Sweden.
Lund.
It's
in Lund.
Designed Panopticum, Berlin, Germany.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Now, they've not told me what this is. An Equihen plage in Normandy, France.
Well, plage is place.
Well, what's Equihen? Hang on.
That's like Eckie is ecstasy. Hens on ecstasy?
What is it? Just a beach. Well, that's, okay. Just a beach, man.
All right, man. Calm down.
Cube houses in Rotterdam, Netherlands.
This could be Rotterdam
I hate
or
that
anywhere.
Song.
Starkenberger.
The Starkenberger Brewery's beer pools.
What are we talking about? I don't. You're just
underrated tourist attractions.
Okay. I just thought. Cats just list. Oh.
There's a chip museum.
Okay. The cat's just listing things, and I don't actually know. I couldn't remember. I think I'm getting old. I couldn't remember why you were just listing things.
There's a museum of snoring.
But snoring isn't a thing. It's not a physical.
I know.
Thing.
Must be just a noise museum.
Jesus. Is this going out on the radio?
Yes. Oh, what's this? 23. Electric Ladyland, Amsterdam, Netherlands.
Well, Electric Ladyland, of course, is Jimi Hendrix's studio. What
is
happens? It? Yeah, but not in. That's it. That was in New York.
So what's going on?
What
in
happens
Amsterdam?
here?
Let me look it up.
By the way, 0344 499 1000. Very, very happy to take your strange places you've gone for a day out. Always happy to hear those. Any recommendations you got?
It's a fluorescent art museum.
Okay. I would go to that.
So you could say you've been to Electric Ladyland.
Amsterdam's a weird old place, isn't it? I went first when I was a stoner, and I went with a friend and to do some writing, and we got stoned. And then how many times have I been? I've definitely been there twice because I worked there once. I did some filming for like a corporate bank video there, and they put me up overnight. I've been there 3 times. Went there once when I was a stoner, and we went there and we had a joint, but it was so strong that just the rest of the time was just spent feeling nauseous. Second time I was doing a corporate event, like hosting a video games event. Third time I was making a video. It's just a strange thing. That I know they've clamped down a lot on the coffee shops.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just strange that there's this sort of row of streets that are, women in windows and drug cafes. It's very strange.
And the red light district, they've stopped. I think they're clamping down on tourist tours. They're guided tours.
Okay, that makes sense.
But the Sex Workers Collective have said, well, hang on a minute.
That doesn't make sense.
The tours were the ones keeping them in line, making sure they just weren't, taking the mick, that they abided by the sort of etiquette of things. Now you just got people wandering about and behaving badly.
Right. Remember when we were there, been there 4 times, I think, once for a stag. Oh, God, imagine a stag in Amsterdam. And me and a friend, we were walking along and we were sort of behind everyone else and we got grabbed by these women who were saying they wanted to have sex with us and sell us cocaine, but it was. No, they weren't. It was a mugging. It was a mugging that was going to take place, and it was quite big women, and they grabbed us really hard. We go, come, we have sex and we sell you. We have cocaine, and we couldn't get them to let go of us. It was quite scary, and they were sort of dragging us away from the group. We managed to get the friends to turn around, who kind of come over, and then they let us go and they ran off. Oh, it was horrible. Not a nice vibe there. And I know that weed is legal there, but I do remember every time I've been there in those areas, there are a lot of very frightening-looking people offering you cocaine and ecstasy.
Right.
It's not like a chilled-out, it's not like The Dude in... what's that film with The Dude in that I don't like, everyone else likes? Of course they do, I don't like it. I don't like popular culture. The bowling film with The Dude. What's the film? He's got the beard. Bo Bridges' brother.
Oh,
Jeff Bridges. The Dude.
I don't know about The Dude.
Where's the film? John Goodman is in it. Understanding... what's it? Someone please tell me.
The Dude.
Please someone tell me what the film is. The Dude.
It's got The Dude in it.
The Dude's making a comeback.
Is it? He? They?
About bowling.
Really?
It's not Kingpin.
Right, because Kingpin was...
The theme tune is, I just checked in to see what condition my condition was in. Yeah, oh yeah. Let me just whack him straight through. Caller, what's the film with the dude?
Good evening, Iain Lee. My name's David. I'm from Wolverhampton in Staffordshire.
First time caller?
Some people say it's the West Midlands, but it's very difficult to say because we're on the border with many counties.
What's the film with the dude in? Bo Bridges' brother.
Bo Bridges' brother? Is it the bridge over the River Kwai?
No. It's Jeff Bridges, and he plays...
Jeff Bridges, yeah.
He plays the dude.
Dude, where's my car?
Okay. What did you call him for, David?
Well, I've been meaning to call in for quite a long time, but I haven't really had the courage to call. I must say, tonight I've had a bit of a strange night, so I thought I'd call because I had a bath and it was a bit too hot. And you know when you get lightheaded when you come out of the bath and it's a bit too hot?
Yes.
I thought I'd call.
Okay.
I haven't really thought any further than that, though.
Okay, would you like to play a game with us?
Oh, what's the game?
What number am I thinking of?
Oh, I know it.
Go on.
It's 3.
Whoa! All right, Kath, your go. Go on. Think of a number, Kath.
Yeah.
I know it, Kath.
Go on.
It's -1.
Oh, my God!
How are you doing that? Is someone giving you the answers?
No, like I said, I've had a hot bath, and I think it loosens up the brainwaves.
Okay. Well, as long as it doesn't loosen up your bowels... Oh, hang on a minute.
I've already done that, all in the bath.
Oh, dirty boy. Right, thank you for your call. Chris, what's the film with the dude?
The Big Lebowski.
Thank you very much indeed.
I've heard of that, but I've never seen it.
Do you like it? I think I'm the only one that doesn't like the film.
It's a bit. I think I've only ever really watched bits of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some clips on it on YouTube which are really funny.
Yeah.
Like the bit with the bowling alley, Jesus.
Yeah, maybe I need to watch it again, but life's too short. Life's too short. Chris, thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. What I'm trying to say is, it isn't a chilled vibe around that area like you'd expect.
Right,
from
yeah,
the dude.
because the impression I got was that it'd be like sort of beatniks. You sit around cafes drinking coffee.
It's not fun. 0344 499 1000. Another hour of this nonsense to go. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Before we begin, thank you. Thank you, oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
I'm not a bad person.
I know.
I don't drink and I don't kill. I got no evil habits and I probably never will. I don't sing like Elvis Presley. I can't dance like Fred Astaire. But there's one thing in my favor.
What?
I'm a millionaire.
That's beautiful.
And I got more money than a horse has hands. 'Cause my rich old uncle died and answered all my prayers. But having all this money is gonna bring me down. If you ain't with me, honey, to help me spread it around. I could get myself a nose job. I could diet for a year. But I'll never be Robert Redford, 'cause I'm much too fond of beer. Please don't misunderstand me. It's not love I'm trying to buy. It's just I got all this here money, and I'm a pretty ugly guy. But I got more money than a horse has hands. 'Cause my rich old uncle died and answered all my prayers. But having all this money is gonna bring me down. If you ain't with me, honey, to help me spread it around. I don't mind if you love me for my money. If you love me for whatever else I got. But accepting all this stuff, I'm alone in Fort Knox. I don't guess I'm doing all that hard. But I got more money than a horse has hands. 'Cause my rich old uncle died and answered all my prayers. But having all this money is gonna bring me down. If you ain't with me, honey, to help me spread it around.
Hey, you! Come here, baby. Here we go. Stop crying.
Ah, yes.
Water in the jukebox.
That reminds me. I've not heard from Dennis for a while. I know Dennis was poorly. Dennis the Courier, the singer there. I've not heard from him for a while. And I wonder if everything is okay. I'm just seeing if I can find his... let me send him a little... Let me just send him a little DM. Little DM. Hey, Dennis. What's the score? Sent him one a while ago. He didn't reply. Sure everything's cool there. There we go. Send him a little one. He's a busy man. He's a busy man. 0344 499. What's that thing where if you... This was doing the rounds like about 5 years ago, where if you... I'm going to do something. Give me a pen.
I don't have one. Is there one here?
I don't know. This is why I asked for a pen. If I knew that there was one there.
There's one here.
Right, but I don't need to know...
I'll fill up though, don't worry.
We'll find it. Right, so on the other side, I didn't know where it was. You saw it. Okay, so... right. I'm going to write something. It doesn't work like that. There was a thing, wasn't there, that you humans can read. Stay there, Tom. I'm going to come to you in a second. We're just doing some brain science here, actual brain science.
Yes.
That as long as the first and the last letters are in the right places of words, if all the letters in the middle of the words are jumbled up, you can still read it fluently.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
What is that, man? How does that work?
Isn't it part of the same thing that Will Storr talks about, the fact that there are gaps in our perception?
No, I don't think it's that.
That there are gaps in our perception.
No, I just said I don't think it's that. Maybe try another thing.
The brain copes with it.
Try another thing, maybe. Try another thing, because it's not that, no.
It's definitely
I don't think it's that.
Yeah.
No, I think you're wrong.
I think it is that.
I think you might be wrong on that one. I say might out of generosity.
Okay.
And manners, and I say think again as a kindness to a good friend of mine. But let me take the words out that are unnecessary. You are wrong. I need to get rid of I as well. You are wrong on that.
Right. And you're...
Every other word in there was that was there previously in version A of that statement.
Mm-hmm.
The was there for manners, politeness, and friendship.
Right.
Version B you heard was the second one, the shorter one, is factual.
Yeah. Okay. So the answer from your point of view is
it's magic. Let's go to Tom. Good evening, Tom. God, we need a call to break the tension.
Evening, Ian. I'm not sure I can promise that.
Okay, well, let's see where we get to, and if your call isn't up to sniff, then scratch. Then Katherine and I can turn our ira on you, and we'll be friends again.
No problem. So at least you can unite in a common enemy.
Yeah, exactly. What you got for us, Tom?
The last time I called, I was midway through my dissertation.
Did you just fart, Katherine?
No, it was my shoe.
Oh, the magical farting shoe. Okay.
It's true.
All right, she's a lady. All right, it was Katherine's shoe. I must remember that one next time I'm in church.
It's fair enough.
Go on, you're in your dissertation. You were doing your dissertation.
I was doing my dissertation. I recommended lemon twigs at a moment of stress. I was very trying to put off as much as possible writing my dissertation. That was probably a week before. I had a very stressful period.
Yeah. How did you finish? Did you finish your dissertation?
Gladly. Thankfully, I had a dissertation and 2 essays in on the same day.
Oh yes, mate. That Red Bull.
I spent a week having a week-long breakdown about those.
Oh, flipping heck.
So the call was part of that, probably just as an attempt at procrastination.
Yep.
Part of the breakdown. So I was just give them a call.
Give this guy a call.
See what's going on.
Yes, sir.
But now completely done at uni.
Finished. That's it. You finished. What are you, a doctor now?
So. Well, I think so, vaguely.
That is a weird feeling, isn't it? That's a huge... For me, it was a huge anticlimax. You go, oh, that's that then.
Well, good. Get used to it. Life's an anticlimax. It's all downhill from there, Tom. Trust me, mate. All downhill.
It's just what I needed. So I was just ringing after finishing an English degree to ask, I haven't learned it over the last 3 years, and I thought I would. What is the best book?
That's a great question. What is the best book? Well, I've got to say, of course, being a man of faith, the best book is the Quran.
Of course,
I have to say that. We assume that, we put that to one side, okay? So the question is, what's the next best book? Well, see, my favourite 2 books are Kurt Vonnegut.
Yeah.
Slaughterhouse-Five and Breakfast of Champions. Those 2 for me. I can just read. If I just had those 2 books, I'd read one, then read the next, then go back and forth.
Slaughterhouse-Five is very thin as well.
It's thin, very thin, horrific. Breakfast of Champions is great because there's the character Kilgore Trout pops up in nearly all of his books, which is great. I love that.
Yeah.
But then there's a bit in Breakfast of Champions where, if I remember it correctly, where he can't quite work out where to take the story. So it's like a scene in this bar, and he's going. He can't work out how to tell the story, where to go next in the story. So sort of the camera pans around, and Kurt Vonnegut is sat at a table as the author, and he's going, and this is my, obviously this is in the book. He's like, this is my story, and if I move this salt cellar, what impact does it have on that character? And if I move this knife over there, how does it impact? It's really it's like super meta.
That's meta fiction, isn't it? Which is what I did a lot of my course on.
Oh, then read Breakfast.
I find that so interesting.
Read Breakfast of Champions, then. I suggest you read Breakfast of Champions. Yeah. I'm going to read Breakfast of Champions. When I finish reading my book, Wild and Crazy Guys, about Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, Steve Martin et al., the author's coming on soon. Once I finish that, I'm reading Breakfast of Champions by Kurt Vonnegut. Katherine, what would you say the best book is after that?
There's a lot of books. This is the problem.
I'm not saying
any, Katherine.
I'm not saying there's not that many books.
There's loads of books.
No, there's not really. What are you talking about?
Just any of them.
Just say some things. The guy's lonely. He's had a breakdown. He's written.
Do you like magical realism?
A little bit. I've never got really into it, but
I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. Like Game of Thrones.
No.
Harry Potter.
No.
Tolkien.
Not fantasy.
Tolkien.
Magical realism. When I was at university,
Paul Daniels.
No. When I was at university, I read a lot of that stuff, like Gabriel Garcia Marquez and Isabel Allende.
I've just been given one of his books. I've just been given one of Marquez's
girl with the
books.
eye patch.
What?
Did the thing with E17, Gabrielle.
No.
Yeah, I like her. She's a writer as well, is she?
A guy with a moustache.
Okay.
Have a go at that.
Yeah, I've just been given one of his books. I can't remember which one, but his latest one is supposed to be incredible.
Well, I haven't read that one, but I read some of his old ones and they were good. But it is kind of, you have to suspend disbelief quite a lot because there are kind of spirit animals and stuff floating about.
Okay.
Don't sound disappointed.
No,
give it a try.
I'm not disappointed. I'll give it a go. Thanks a lot.
You'll give my book. You'll give my books a try, won't you, Tom?
Definitely, 100%.
I tell you, if you want a fun book after all the hard books that you've been reading lately, read Who the Hell is Tom Baker?
Have you? No,
I tried.
Hang on a minute.
I don't think I.
Time out.
Yeah.
You've not read it. I gave that book to you 2 years ago. You've not read it, and now you're recommending it to Tom. And I'm getting the vibe from Tom that he read it and he loved it. We'll get to that in a second. You've not read it. You've had it for 2 years.
Well, I keep getting other books given to me that I have to read.
Read this.
Recommendations, actually, Ian. Did you ever listen to the Lemon Twig?
We'll get to that in a second, Tom.
He didn't.
Don't be quiet.
He didn't read
We'll get be quiet. Did you read Tom Baker's book, Tom? And what, did you enjoy it as much as I did? Because it's marvellous.
I haven't read it just yet. I'm ordering it on Amazon as we speak.
All right.
Not from Amazon, actually, from a local bookseller.
From a local indie
support my exit
bookseller. 20 quid more expensive.
I know, but it's worth it, isn't it? Just knowing that they're surviving.
It's worth it.
They're surviving.
Where do you stand on? And don't say on their neck. Where do you? Shut up! Whoever that is in the background, you scumbag. We're talking books. This is art, the art part of the show. Shut up, it's art.
The art part.
I think that was you in the background.
Oh, well.
It was you.
It's not I'm going to be honest, Tom. It's not the first argument I've had myself, and it's not the first one I've lost. Now, where do you stand on e-books?
E-books. I can't do with e-books.
No.
But I do. I really like audiobooks.
Yeah, I'm getting into
audiobooks. Audiobooks is how I consume all my comedy.
Yeah.
If
they're read by the original author, then it makes it very, very worthwhile. I'm totally with you.
Listening to it in their voice.
Did you hear the Alan Partridge in the Footsteps of My Father?
Yeah, Footsteps of My Father and Nomad are both incredible.
Yeah.
And Tim Key, he reads all his poetry on audiobooks, which is obviously amazing.
Lemmy, get Lemmy's books.
Lemmy, I've got both of those. Yeah,
there's 3.
I've got I've got 2 of them. I've got Death Wish Stories and his life so far. What's his autobiography called?
It's funny and down to earth. There's
incredibly
another one.
Funny and down to earth. I haven't got the other one.
Hang on, let's have a look.
That's your lot.
I haven't got the other one.
Lemmy, that's your lot. That's your lot. I'm not being rude. No, I'm not being rude. That's the title of the book. It's called That's Your Lot.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were saying...
I'm not being rude. I'm not saying this conversation is done.
I thought you were telling me those are the two ones and get on with them.
I'm telling you, the book is called That's Your Lot.
Well...
But now, Tom,
have to get that one as well.
That's your lot. I like him, and but I have to cut him off because I didn't listen to the Lemon Twigs. This is Talk Radio.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Iain Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
Boom. Thank you, everyone who joined my Twitch stream. I did 2 today. A short one, where I was raided by Limmy and his scummy fans.
I saw that.
Scumbags.
As a moderator, I got very itchy.
Crazy. Then I did a long one where I tried to get... So geeky. The Dreamcast, there's a mod for it where you can take it online. And I bought the bit of kit and I couldn't get it to work. I'm going to try again tomorrow. 11 o'clock tomorrow. 11 o'clock, twitch.tv/Iain Lee. We're going to try and take the Dreamcast online again. We're going to try and play Quake 3 Arena online on a... excuse me.
Windy pops,
little bit of sick came up there. On a 20-year-old console. So what we're going to try and do. I'm having so much fun doing these Twitch streams. And what's nice about it, right? I found my digital voice. And it's lovely. It's family friendly. I do it as though my boys were watching. I do it as though my boys are watching. So, and my boys can take some quite grown-up subject matter. They can take some quite... I've blocked all the swear words in the chat, and we don't swear in the... Try not to... Don't swear. I don't swear in the thing. And my boys can take, they can take a little bit of mental health chat and a little bit of grown-up chat. But I kind of keep a thing in it as though my 7 and 9-year-old boys are watching it. And it makes it really good chat, good kind of friendly stream. It means if you've got kids, they can watch it as well. And it's retro stuff, Spectrums and Dreamcasts, and it's going to be Saturn soon. And got my BBC Micro out and showed that off to everybody. So we've got all that stuff going on. And it's a nice little community is developing. A lot of listeners to this show are coming across. Thank you. A lot of people who've never heard of me coming across because they just like the kind of setup of the thing, which is wonderful. I'm thrilled. And we had one point today, there was about 300 people watching. It kind of settles around about 150. I'm very happy with that. We just chat a little bit, try and get some games going, chat. So tomorrow, I'm free at 11, so we'll do it at 11 tomorrow, maybe a little bit earlier. If you follow me on Twitter or Insta or Facebook, you'll see. Or if you follow, and it's free to follow, you can subscribe if you want for a few quid, or you link your Amazon and it's free. But you can follow and it's free, twitch.tv/Iain Lee. And if you click follow, and I think you have to click a notify button, it pops up when I'm doing it. Tomorrow at 11. Come and join me.
Beautiful.
We're gonna take the Dreamcast and we're gonna get it online. We're gonna see what happens. 0344 499 1000. Woman horrified to discover brother-in-law has written creepy book about her.
Oh, God.
Okay. For some, it would be a huge compliment to have inspired a novel. For others, it could quite literally be a nightmare. Is this true? Could you go to the Oxford English Dictionary website, please?
Oh, I've heard about this, that there is a second meaning for literally
They've
now.
changed the definition of the word literally. They've literally changed the definition of the word literally. So literally now, literally doesn't mean literally
no,
anymore.
It's just for emphasis. Let me see, because I saw that and I thought,
yeah.
Really?
So literally would mean, I literally... I can't think of any examples of things. I'm literally holding a pen now, right? It means I'm actually holding a pen, right? But I literally killed him. When you didn't kill someone, you go, well, actually, I don't think you literally did. But now people can't say that. But pourquoi y a-t-il?
Yeah, and in fact, not just now. Yeah. It literally happened in September 2011. Fiona McPherson, senior editor, said the new sense was added to the dictionary in September 2011, but seems to have gone unnoticed. With her tongue firmly in her cheek, literally, she said, "It seems to have literally slipped from the radar."
Oh, come on, mate. That's offensive. That's offensive to people with...
What am I talking about cheek?
That is offensive to...
I've got a mouthful of sausage.
People who like chewing on sausages.
A dictionary states that literally means in a literal way or sense, but now adds that informally the word can be used for emphasis rather than being actually true.
Wow.
Such as, we were literally killing ourselves laughing. Horny. The addition may come as a relief to pundits and politicians who've been ridiculed for using the word incorrectly. Nick Clegg, the Deputy Prime Minister, that's how old this article is, last year described low-rate taxpayers as literally living in a different galaxy.
They've cancelled Brexit.
Whilst Sir Ian Botham, the cricketer, in 2007 said batsmen surviving appeals for leg-before-wicket dismissals had been getting away with murder, literally.
Do you want me to do it for you? Rub it in.
Jamie Redknapp, the Sky TV pundit, once said of the Manchester United footballer Wayne Rooney that he was literally on fire. Dirty pervert. But Mrs Macpherson said they're in good company. Mark Twain used the more modern sense of the word in The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. In 1876, he wrote, "And when the middle of the afternoon came, from being a poor, poverty-stricken
He's
boy
not
in
Irish,
the morning,
mate. He's an American.
Tom was literally rolling in wealth."
Why does life have to be so unfair?
The oldest documented incorrect use of the word is 1769.
No, that's the wrong answer.
It isn't. When the author Francis Brooke wrote, in the history of Emily Montagu, he's a fortunate man to be introduced to such a party of fine women at his arrival. It is literally to feed among the lilies.
Don't be so silly, Kath.
Ms Macpherson said, our job is to describe the language people are using. The only reason this sentence included is because people are using it this way.
What, do you hate me?
Words have changed their meaning ever since the first word was uttered. Meat used to mean all food, but now that sense has narrowed.
Well, you do keep butting in, don't you?
Sorry, I wasn't listening to any of that. Could you do that again?
I'm literally going to kill you.
Okay. So, in your
Was
face...
that you? Did you fart then?
Yeah, I did. You got a problem with it? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. No, it was my shoe.
Except it wasn't, was it? You can hear that. You can hear that.
Can't hear it.
You can.
You can't.
You say I can't whisper. That you can hear that. I can. I would if I were you.
I dumped a silent mouthing of a word just in case.
Yeah, because what I'm going to do is send it to social media. I'm going to overdub it. And that'll be strike two.
All right. So we're doing this way. For others,
still doing that.
For some, it could be. You've got no phone calls.
Go on,
If James wants to phone in and bully me again, you can. For some, it could be a huge compliment to have inspired a novel. For others, it could quite literally be a nightmare. The latter is how one woman felt after learning that her brother-in-law had written a book all about her.
Gosh.
The unnamed woman revealed the discovery in a lengthy post on Reddit. Do you know what? I'm going to go on Reddit and just write a load of old rubbish so it gets in the papers about how Iain Lee is really cool.
No one will believe that.
And it's fair to say, could you just Google Iain Lee, Danny Baker, racist, just to see if I'm cancelled or not? It's fair to say the whole thing sounds pretty creepy to both her and everyone else. The woman begins by explaining...
Gosh, it's hit Plymouth Live.
Oh, man. I saved a guy's life in Plymouth, so that should negate it. I'm fine in Plymouth. It's okay. I'm back to 0 in Plymouth. The woman begins by explaining that she...
Birmingham Mail.
I did I did an award-winning radio show in Birmingham. That negates it. I'm back to 0 in Birmingham. The woman begins by explaining... Is it me or just Danny Baker's?
Danny Baker, and then you as a sideline.
Oh, balls. The woman begins by explaining... I nearly said a really funny joke then, but I won't.
Don't.
No, I won't.
No, don't.
I'm not. I'm thinking it.
Stop thinking it, because you
can hear that as well.
Sometimes say it out loud, yeah.
The woman begins... Please, let me finish this.
Wow, that's how she began.
The woman begins... Stop it. 0344 499 1000. I don't know why I started saying the phone number there. I didn't want to. Okay, sorry, moving on. The woman begins by explaining...
You just let one go.
That was my shoe.
You paused to do it.
It was my shoe.
You're disgusting.
You're disgusting.
You are.
I know you are, but what am I?
Disgusting.
I know you are, but what am I?
Totally disgusting.
I know you are, but what am I?
You are, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know you are, but what am I? Full stop. End of paragraph. The end. Book closed. Sent back to the library.
But what's this? New edition. You are.
I just got an ebook and it's been updated, and you are. And then I just smashed the iPad.
Oh,
the woman.
some fan fiction. Turns out you are.
The woman fan fiction is not canon. The woman begins.
Telly L. James.
By explaining. I will do.
50 Shades of You Are.
I will do next time I'm tying her up and spanking her bottom as an inspiration for her next horny book. The woman begins. Yeah, that's right. I'm the inspiration for Mr. Christian Grey.
She's got a new book out, hasn't she?
Yeah, I know she has. And
it's called You Are.
Brackets. I'm talking to you, Katherine. Close brackets. The woman begins. Please. This is really starting to wind me up.
I know
now.
what she begins. She says, you are.
By explaining she used to go out with her sister's husband.
Oh.
They were an item in high school for a while before the relationship ended badly. Why is the word relationship highlighted? Let me click on it and see where it takes us. It's taking us somewhere. Some words in this story are highlighted. Oh, then it takes us to just
all
pages.
Kinds of relationships.
Oh, it's taking us to Dear Colleen.
Oh. Dear Colleen.
Okay, now I've lost my place in the thing.
Dear Colleen.
She claims, okay, they were an item in high school for a while before the relationship ended badly. He then started dating her sister, going on to marry her and causing a bit of a rift in the family. She claims they all didn't get on for a long time.
Oh, where's she from?
Canada. But recently he reached out, I didn't say America, and has been friendly to her, even asking her to read a book he had written.
Uh-oh.
The woman says she was intrigued to find out what he'd written about, and agreed. Little did she know that she was in for a big shock when she got stuck into the story. She explained, "The book is about us. It's a domestic thriller about a man who realizes he has married the wrong sister and becomes obsessed with his sister-in-law. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. It doesn't exactly read like a manifesto, but aspects of the story were deeply unsettling to me personally, touching on things that happened to me in high school." She goes on to say that she doesn't understand why he wanted her to read it. Her only reasoning is that he either wanted to creep her out or to see if she would consider getting back together with him if he ever left her sister. Not having the best relationship with her sibling, the woman is now conflicted as to whether to mention it to her or forget about the whole thing. More than 700 people commented on her post, sharing their thoughts and offering advice. One person responded, "Seems creepy as F." Another said, "This S is weird as hell." Some thought she should give the book to her sister and tell her to read it. Others suggested it could all be a strange coincidence and not some, big ploy, as people are often told to write about what you know. Oh, that's the end of that. That's the end of that story.
Good.
That's the end of that
Okay.
story.
Well,
Right,
that's a conundrum for someone, isn't it?
Isn't it? This is Talk Radio.
Late night conversation worth losing sleep over. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Oh, so some people who listen to the show have done a podcast. I've not heard it yet, so I'm going to plug it, but it might be lousy. But I think I'll feel it might be good. It's about four lads that shook the world. The Beatles. John. Hello, I'm John Lennon. Paul. Oh, hello, I'm Paul McCartney. George. I'm George Harrison from the Beatles. I play lead guitar and sitar. I play lead sitar.
No, that's not the George quote. The George quote is, if you want me to play, I'll play.
I know, but the thing is, I'm so much more than just one quote. I'm a multiverse within a body. And Ringo. I am Ringo Starr.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. I am too busy to sign your shit. So if you send it to me, you will not get it sent back. Peace and love. The Beatles, four lads that shook the world with their unique blend of Liverpool harmony and rock and roll, writing some of the greatest songs of the 1960s, shaping pop music. Still to this very day, their influence can be seen in acts as diverse as Lady Gaga and Coldplay. The Beatles. You may have heard of their hit songs. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, Penny Lane, and Glass Onion. The Beatles. Four lads.
All right, we get it. It's about the Beatles. So who's doing that?
The Beatles.
Okay, no, I mean...
Four lads that shook the world. Their movie, Help, is slightly dated and a little bit racist. It involves blackface, but still is a great soundtrack album. One of the greatest soundtrack albums the Beatles ever made. I would say it's in the top 3, 4. I would say it's in the top 4 soundtrack albums made by the Beatles.
Oh, but maybe the Beatles. I was going to say Bodyguard, Dirty Dancing.
No.
Pretty Woman.
The Beatles are better than the Bodyguard. So it's...
Mate, nothing's better than the Bodyguard.
Okay, I'll give you that, actually. So it's called... It's at Beatles Pod, if you want to... I've not listened to it. It might be rubbish. I've subscribed. I've downloaded episode 1. If it ain't no good, I'm getting out of there. Because I got a lot of Dreamcast and Saturn podcasts to listen to. It's called Nothing Is Real.
Oh.
Which is a line from a song by the Beatles
Strawberry
called
Fields
Please
Forever.
Please Me. Please Please Me.
Huh? Is it?
Please, if there's anything that you... No, that's from me to you. Hang on. Please, please me, oh yeah, like I please. Last night I said these words to my girl. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. You know that nothing is real, girl. Come on. You know that whole song is about being tossed off. You know that whole song. You know that? Let's go through the lyrics of Please, Please Me. It's called Nothing Is Real, a Beatles podcast. Please, let's listen to it. Let's listen to it. Beatles. Stay there, Gwen. I'm going to come to you in a minute. Please.
But, like I please you.
All right. Okay. Well, let's listen to it, Catherine. Here we go.
I've heard it before.
So the harmonica, it's like felatio. Playing the harmonica, yes.
Gosh,
the whole thing is about
it's
the
an interesting
harmonica.
technique.
Playing the harmonica, it's like fellatio. The drums. What do you do on the drums? You whack off. You whack off on the guitar, on the drums. The guitar, of course, is an extended penis with strings. So already we're 5 seconds in, and it's a horny song.
Last night I said these words to my girl.
That guitar riff, bum 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 bum. It's like, I want to have sex with you. Bum 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 bum. It's a very power. Like my penis scared. It's that. Bum 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 bum. It's the opposite of timber.
Why is it saying bum bum?
It's
bum?
lumber.
Why does it say bum bum then?
Well, exactly. Well, you're on to verse 2 already. Hang on.
I know you never even tried, girl. Come on.
Come on. Yeah. Come on.
Pestering.
Come on. Come on. Come on. My balls is blue. You know, I'm Paul McCartney and my balls are blue.
Oh, don't.
Come on. Please.
Oh, you've gone purple.
I done you. Do this. That's what it is. It's the 60s. It's romantic. Let's go.
It's a little bit.
It's a little bit, actually. It's actually the Beatles are cancelled.
You shouldn't really be putting that amount of pressure on someone.
You don't give
to receive.
Thank you very much indeed. So the Beatles are cancelled.
It's the thought that counts.
I think about it. Let's go to Gwen. Good evening, Gwen.
Come on. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just singing a song then. Oh, come on then.
Come on. Come on.
Listen, Danny Baker, what a divvy. What a divvy what he's done.
Yeah?
He's a great guy.
I'll give you that.
Divvy.
I'll give you that. He's a divvy.
He's a total divvy.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I don't think he's a racist, but I do think that tweet was racist. I think that tweet was...
I've seen the picture, mate. I've seen the picture, and...
Let's not mention any names because there's elections going on, but I get your point.
Okay.
I get your point.
You go for being certain people mentioned, you think, what? So I think Danny Baker, being the old crew, old days, but like he must have known, like it. Now, silly man, lovely man, loved the guy, made a mistake.
Yeah.
Now, for Christ's sake,
yes.
Think about what you've done wrong.
Well, I think. Well,
BBC was right.
Here's the thing. I think he is thinking about what he's done wrong. I don't think he did it with any racist intent. I think it is a racist tweet. I think it's an obnoxious tweet, and it's an incredibly offensive tweet that has upset a lot of people. And I'm not going to tell anyone that they should or should not be, appalled by that. But was there intent behind it? No. But it was crass and it was stupid and it was ill thought out. I switch between thinking the BBC were right to get rid of him and thinking that they were wrong to get rid of him. I don't quite know, but it was a horrible tweet.
Yeah, Ian, he done it in 1997. He made a mistake, so the BBC at that time it was all different. They got rid of him 4 years later. He come back on local radio. I think.
What did he do in 1997?
Yeah. He talked about people in a racist way or whatever.
Danny Baker did?
Yeah, he did. He was silly.
What did he... Well, hang on, where? Because I've not heard this. On what?
Well, I was listening to Sky TV, and they said in 1987, Danny Baker done a silly thing. He got sacked from BBC Radio, and then 4 years later, he went back to...
No, but you've missed out an important part of the story. What did he do in 1997?
He made a silly mistake. He said some stupid things.
What? Hang on. You just said he said something racist in 1997. You haven't backed that up with any evidence. I've not heard that, and until I have some evidence, I don't believe that.
I made a mistake. Don't correct me.
Whoa! Then Gwyn. No. That is a huge mistake to make under any circumstances. You said twice, or you implied once, and you said. That he got sacked for doing something racist. When someone's accused of doing something racist now, to make a mistake like that, that is a huge mistake.
If I did the wrong thing, Ian, I totally apologise. If I said the wrong thing...
Hang on, Katherine, what have you got?
In 1997, he was sacked, according to the Metro, from BBC 5 Live after a shocking on-air rant against a football referee following a controversial penalty decision which allowed a Chelsea victory over Leicester City. Yeah. Danny insisted he never told fans to hit the referee, but he would understand if they did.
There we go. I remember that. Okay. So
I apologise. Okay,
no, but this is... No, Gwyn, listen.
I massively apologise.
Gwyn, your apology is fine. No, but listen.
I was wrong.
No, please stop talking. Please shut up. I'll tell you why. Because this is how these things happen. Because someone could have listened to this and gone, oh, well, I heard on Iain Lee's show last night that he was racist like 20 years. This is the problem with the modern world, right?
Do you know what? I understand.
I get it. And I'm not telling you off. But I'm just saying how these things can be, blown up. Yeah. We have to be so careful at saying things that are untrue. And I know that was a mistake and that is absolutely cool. So go on.
I really am so sorry for that.
That's right.
But regards to Danny Baker, as I say, we said he's made mistakes, and you say he's not racist, but you can't stop putting pictures on Twitter of a couple coming out with a
no, you can't.
Holding a monkey. You can't do that. That is. I mean, to me.
Again, you can if it's not a person, if it's not a baby from that is a family of colour. If it's not a family of colour, I think you
because
can.
It's been a thing that he's done over the years. He's obsessed with monkeys that are dressed up, and for the most part, it's just monkeys that are dressed up.
So if it's a family of colour, no, you can't. If it's a white family, I think you can. I mean, I think no one will now, but I think you can.
It's just when I say that, I'm pretty liberal. Like I say, I'm open to most.
We get it. We get it. Yeah, we get it. We get it. Cool.
Seeing a monkey on the steps, I'm 51 years of age, and in our day, you just laugh at anything. But these days, you've got to be careful.
You have to be. You have to be careful. I feel like we're going around in circles. You're right. You have to be careful. Which is why I had to call you out on the. You implied it and then you said it that you've been racist in 1997 and he hadn't, and which is why we've got to be really, really careful. Listen, I say it again, the tweet was obnoxious, it was racist, it's appalling, it's offensive. So many people have been, I don't buy this, just stop playing the race card, jumping on the I think people, I know people have been genuinely hurt by that. I'm a white guy. I'm never going to tell a person of colour how to feel about racism and how to feel about something like that.
And from what I've heard from Danny, he doesn't disagree. When he realised that was the connection that was being made, he apologised, took it down.
Yeah. Well, his first apology was a little bit was a little bit punchy. Again, another thing. But do I think there was racist intent behind it? No, I don't. I don't. I'm very I'm very confident.
He's certainly got no pedigree for that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Okay. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Okay, all right. Let's go to George. Good evening, George.
Good evening, Ian, Kath.
Hiya, George.
Do you remember last time I called a couple of weeks ago, you connected me to Nigel?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
I do remember that, yes.
And Nigel wanted to meet up with me, but I don't know what's happened to that, and because I'd quite like to meet up with him. And
I think he was trying to find you on Facebook, but he couldn't find you on Facebook, because I'm not in the business. I don't like giving other callers' numbers just in case something goes wrong.
Can't do that anyway.
Yeah, it's not a good situation. So he was trying to find you on Facebook. So if you go on Facebook, George, and look for Nigel Reader, you'll see him pumping off. Then you can reach out to him, as the Americans say, and as I've started saying, actually.
Don't know how to do that.
Okay, well, Google it.
It's Googled what? Nigel Reader.
Google how to reach out to someone on Facebook. I mean, you just type his name into Facebook and he pops up.
Do you think he'll call in tomorrow? Maybe I could speak to him tomorrow. Because
Facebook him and ask him.
I think we could make a hit record together.
I don't know.
I think we could.
I don't know if you could.
Yeah, no, I really do.
I know you do, and I really don't. But there you go. Okay, what can we do for you tonight, George?
Well, I was just looking to set something up for tomorrow night with Nigel.
Okay, well, he doesn't actually listen to the show. He phones in whenever he wants to phone in to do his little piece. He doesn't listen to the show. He's not a listener.
Yeah, but you can phone him.
Not going to do that. Not going to do that.
No.
It's a phone-in show. It's not a phone-out show. We don't phone out.
No, because you remember I was trying to... Well, I was talking about this...
Trying to get him to do some work for you.
Lyric that I'm circulating.
Yeah.
Called a new song, and this song is going to be a big hit, and for a number of people, I think
Howard Jones had that hit, didn't he?
A new song.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. It's quite good.
I don't know it.
But yours is the new song.
Well, I'm linking it to a biblical prophecy that talks of a time when the people will sing a new song. So I'm calling it a new song and trying to get this biblical prophecy fulfilled. It's well into the mystic, and I just fancy that Nigel could come up with a winning version of it.
Okay. Well, if he calls you, here's the thing: neither of you listen to the show. So,
I listen to.
Okay.
the show.
Well, then, if he calls in tomorrow and you're listening, call in.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
But be aware that Nigel is very literal, and if you tell him that you're going to have a hit song, he's going to be expecting to be a millionaire by next week.
Well, maybe he will be.
I don't think he will be.
Well,
I do know. I actually do know. Yeah, I do.
You think you know?
No, I know that he will not be a millionaire by the end of next week by doing your song.
You're probably right.
I'm probably right on that one. All right, that's a concession. That's a concession. How's everything else going, George? You all right?
Yeah, I feel I'm fading out gracefully.
Oh, flipping heck. Wow. Is the end nigh?
I suppose so, but I have something to do first, so
that
I'm
a dump?
not expecting to go tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, are you constipated?
No, I'm not. Well, as a matter of fact, I am a bit constipated.
Well, there you go. You need to go to the Prune Museum.
You reckon?
I think that would sort you out. Yes. I do. There's nothing worse than being constipated for 2 or 3 days than that first bowel movement, shall we say? Agony. Absolute agony.
There's a cork, isn't there?
Yeah. Terrible.
I suppose it's because of what I've been eating or not eating, but it's been mainly fruit salads.
You'd think that would get you going.
Yeah. Would you? Well,
Lots of fruit and water.
Not much water, but lots of fruit.
So you've been eating what? What have you been eating?
Fruit salads.
Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. Fruit salad.
Sounds all right.
You should look up Dr. Ranj. He does a song about constipation. It's very instructional.
What was it you were eating?
Fruit salads.
Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. Fruit salad.
That sounds all right, that.
Do you mean actual fruit, like fresh fruit, or do you mean those chewy sweets? Because if you eat too many of those, you're never going to go.
Don't have blackjacks. I shouldn't have said that.
Fresh fruits, mainly grapes and melon and so.
Oh no, grapes will if you have too many, that will bind you over.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Did you tune into the Mystic Rainbow George, by the way? Did you tune into that?
No.
Why not?
I don't know what it is.
It's a phone call I made to Mike Dickey in 1985.
Why is every phone call... Hang on a minute. Hello, caller, who's this?
Off and walking off right now. No, if that's what you want to do, I mean...
Hello?
How are you? How are you, sir? What are you up to? Yeah, I'm so close to telling you to F off and walking off.
Oh, that's me on the Matthew Wright Show. What was it you were eating?
Fruit salad.
Fruit salad.
There you go, that's... Good.
Into the Mystic Rainbow George.
Into the Mystic Rainbow George.
Hot potato.
It wasn't a hot potato you're eating, was it?
No.
Okay.
Potato.
What was it you were eating?
Fruit salad.
Cold spaghetti.
It wasn't cold spaghetti.
No.
Cold spaghetti.
What was it?
Fruit salad.
Beach up there. Mashed banana.
Definitely wasn't mashed banana.
Definitely not.
It was...
No banana at all.
In the fruit salad.
Banana. Hot potato.
Well, I think we've established it was not hot potato.
No, watermelon slices as well.
In the...
No, the separate watermelon.
They weren't
slices.
in the fruit salad?
No, they were
Give yourselves a big clap. Great dancing. But now it's time for fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Let's sing into the actions together. Here we go. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy fruit salad.
OK, well, just as long as we know what you're eating, George. Thanks very much for your call.
Thank you.
You're always welcome. 034... Not else, most of the time. 0344. I like that shirt a lot.
Yes.
I like that shirt.
It is the second time this week, to be honest with you.
Well, it's a great shirt.
I know, but I normally try wear them once, wash them once.
I would wear shirts more often, but I just can't be bothered to. That's why I wear T-shirts. I just can't be bothered to iron, and I like a bit of starch on there.
Oh, Wednesday afternoon.
Oh.
An old Western on the telly. This week I watched She Wore Yellow Ribbon again.
Okay.
Mainly shirt on, just the pants.
Yeah.
Ironing board in front of the telly. I normally do I always do a minimum of 8 shirts.
Yeah.
Maximum of a dozen.
So
2 on a wire hanger.
If I brought some shirts in on a Tuesday night, I could get.
I'm not equipped to iron Hagrid's shirt. Unfortunately, I haven't got a giant iron.
Okay,
with all respect.
He just came in and said he loved ironing, right?
Yeah.
My own stuff, though. That'd be a bit weird, me ironing your blouse.
I'll give you 20 pence a shirt. I'm not going to ask you to do it for free.
20 pence a shirt? What was this, 1981?
Paul Ross is turning down paid work. What is going on?
My answer phone says, I'll do it. Cash or banker's draft.
I know. I'm experimenting with cleaners at the moment. I had a cleaner last week for the first time. Didn't really get
in
on
name
with it.
only.
Yeah.
Well, she was called a cleaner.
It was. I did the 4 in a bed. No, so I've got another.
Hang on, you checked for your own dust.
Yeah, afterwards. Yeah.
Well, great.
She hadn't cleaned. She hadn't cleaned very well. It was inefficient.
Did you check in front of her?
Oh, God, no, after she left. And then I sent a Facebook message to the people saying, really enjoyed her, excellent work, thanks very much, great job. Lousy job.
How old are your boys?
7 and 9.
They could start earning their pocket money.
Well, I'm thinking, when I was...
Attach feather dusters to their knees and make them kneel around the skirting boards.
This is what you need to do. What is on your show tonight, Ross?
A couple of interesting stories, plus the usual old tosh. We are celebrating 125 years of the Blackpool Tower with the man who's the tower manager, who's been working there 25 years.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Blackpool Tower? I mean, I love Seaside. It's a wonderful place.
I love Blackpool. I don't think I've been. I'm not.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, and they make a big fuss on Strictly Come Dancing about making it to Blackpool and the ballroom. The ballroom is like a kind of working man's palace and working man's place. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
So we're marking 125 years of that, and we're also going to be hearing as we continue our countdown to 75th anniversary of D-Day. We are talking about Montgomery's caravans.
Okay.
And they're on show in Duxford in Cambridge at the Imperial War Museum. Yeah. All kinds of personal bits and bobs in them. When he died, he took them back after the war, kept them on his land. He's a bit odd, Montgomery, odd man, not particularly popular with other generals. And they found all kinds of unusual things in his caravan. So details on that coming up.
Very nice.
Monty's caravan. I was Monty's caravan.
There we go. I'm a big fan of caravans. I could do I could rock a caravan.
Well, one of his he stole basically from an Italian general who surrendered to him, whose nickname was Electric Moustache, because he had such a huge moustache, this bloke.
Wow.
I mean, those Italian generals, different gravy.
Fantastic stuff. That's Paul Ross coming up after 1. Catherine, I think we're done. Is there anything you want to say to the boys and girls?
Thank you very much for behaving yourself tonight for the
Not
majority.
All of them did.
No, we know.
Not all
Let's
of
not
them.
name names, but we know who they
James.
are. Yeah.
And you got me peckish. I'd love a fruit salad.
Oh, yummy, yummy.
Very well done. Thank you, Amy. We will be back tonight. It's Friday tonight. Hey, wicked, last one, isn't it? We'll be back tonight at 10. But don't forget, stay tuned. Coming up after 1 o'clock, it's Paul Ross, only on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Listen, phone, talk.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.